This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
I forgot what pure trash the Moose Soup Lady is.
She is a piece of garbage.
You guys are doing good.
Yeah.
Like, just the grammatical errors in that, you know.
She's bad. Yeah.
You guys are good.
Fuck! You guys are doing good!
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
you guys are doing well. Am I wrong here?
I don't think that phrase has ever come out of her mouth.
I think it's well when you're in reference to people, how they're doing.
Fuck.
I just
You guys are doing well.
You guys are doing good!
People who scream out, fuck, don't usually go, that's well done.
That's true.
Yeah.
She is something else. That
Annie
chick.
Woven, the Rub guy, and the Try It Out guy, and King Ass
Trans-Canada
Ripper, and Trans-Canada
Highway.
Highway. Yeah, that's killer, man.
All the
Good
hits.
job. Good job.
All the people.
There's so much kind of exciting phone call we're going to make here in a moment.
Rub.
Definitely.
Are we going to talk to the Rub guy?
It's possible.
The
I forget.
Trans-Canada Highway.
I have all these things mixed together. I don't remember what our opening clip was yesterday. Do you remember? Oh, it was the porn lady, the porn freaks lady, right?
Oh, yeah, the religious person.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's psycho.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, you sound like your dad.
All right.
Turning into your dad.
yeah.
Aren't your parents watching Sicario 2 right now?
They just finished.
And what's the report?
He absolutely loved it, and
Yeah.
she was like, "Why did you take me to this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much as I suspected.
Well,
it.
yeah, we figured that would happen.
It's not a Charo movie.
What's Charo's ideal film?
A love story, nice love.
What do you mean? There's plenty of love stories in Sicario 2.
Yeah, there are people who miss their loved ones now that they're dead. It was super violent.
In Juarez? Yeah, it was crazy violent, this one.
It was really bad. I mean, in that regard.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I loved it. Now, you were saying, because we were researching that movie, that they didn't actually film in Juarez.
No, they filmed in New Mexico.
I mean, could you imagine sweet little, I mean, this is in the first movie, like Emily Blunt, them telling her manager, like, you'll be filming in Juarez. She'll be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not.
There's not enough millions together to do that.
Or for anybody in that movie. Could you?
Well, yeah, it's not. It's just because it would be so unpredictable.
Jesus
like
Christ.
the cartel gets wind of it, and then they're like, "This movie making us look bad. Let's just kill everybody making the movie." Yeah, it's not good. Not good, Gene.
Don't say marijuana. That's racist.
Do not say marijuana.
I've been thinking about that today. So stupid.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
Rub. The glans penis.
Yeah, pretty time. Right?
Different circumstances.
Pretty time, right? Rap.
Do you think he does it every day like that?
I think sure. I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah.
That's quite a regimen. It's very time consuming.
Yeah, we tried to help that guy who wrote in. He said he's been getting him circumstances ready. He's been rubbing 50 left, 50 right, 50 up, 50 down. I mean,
Oh, so much rub.
that's 350 tugs.
It's a lot. Without any expresses
Yeah,
coming
it's
out
great.
of the dick holes.
Well, you want to start this show?
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let's make our call. We got a lot to do here. We got a great guest coming too.
We sure do.
Here we go.
See, this what I be trying to tell people. I ain't with all these pretty bitches. I like those type of ones that's kind of almost close to us a little bit, but not really all the way us, but all the way us. You feel me?
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this. Your mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
This guy's the shit, huh?
Is this Cardi B's baby daddy?
Nope.
Hold on. Is it the guy from Fishbone?
No. This guy goes by the name Daylight, widely known as the GOAT. The greatest of all time, Daylight, I think.
And what does he do?
Well, he's a rapper, and it says here he's, very controversial, entertaining. He started to bring some extra flair and gimmicks along to his, his style. And it says that he's being judged on the amount of views instead of the content. He kept saying that people were being judged by that instead of the content of their bars. He claims to be a Grape Street Crip. He's a tattoo on his face inspired by
He's a what? Grape Street?
Grape Street Crip?
The Grape Street Crips.
Yeah.
Is that in L.A.?
I don't know where that's based in.
Where's Grape Street? That's not real.
I'm sure it is real.
That's just a flavor.
No, I'm sure that's
Grape Street Crips.
Here, let me
Let's
look
look
it up.
them
for
up.
you. Okay.
I'm familiar with the L.A. Crips, the Bloods.
The Grape Street Crips, East Side Grape Street Watts Crips. Yeah, it's here in
So
Los Angeles.
he's an L.A. guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit.
Looks
I thought I knew all the gangs. I don't
know about
them
you,
all.
but that looks
I don't
pretty
know
real to
all.
me. Yeah.
There's a Grape Street, and they wear purple because they're the grapes. That's their team colors. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's nice when it matches the name.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MS-13. Do you think they wear 13 scarves or?
I know they get a lot of times tattooed, like on their foreheads and under their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting. Goodness.
Yeah.
There's not a lot I would ever tattoo on my face. Maybe my kids' stuff, my kid's name. I don't know. No, it's not even good. Okay, so he's a Grape Street Crip. Cool. And
Yeah.
what fucking gibberish is he talking about?
I don't know. So, anyways, he's apparently big as a battle rapper, and he did this interview with Vlad TV. We've played interviews from Vlad before, but it just gets you as
So you would
women.
put Young M.A. over Beyonce and Alicia Keys?
By far.
By far. Okay. Was there any female that you would put hotter than Young M.A.?
Little Richard.
Little Richard.
He's pretty serious.
Serious. A heart attack.
The reason why I put Young and May so high, she got qualities that other girls don't got. Like she pretty, but
Don't
she buff.
have.
So like if I ever was like, hey babe, help me fix the brakes, she just get under there with me, jack the car up, you feel me?
Right. He's got a point there. I do like that idea too.
Yeah.
I like it when a lady can do guy things too. It's pretty cool.
He's talking about, I think, this woman right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she in a Grape Street Crip?
I don't think so.
She has a throat tattoo.
Yeah, she's from Brooklyn. She's Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Nice. I'm on board.
Began rapping very young, so he's really talking her up. I think
Okay.
she's the
All right, she's a
the
deal.
good stuff.
She's the real deal.
See, this what I be trying to tell people. I ain't with all these pretty bitches.
Okay.
I like those type of ones that's kind of almost close to us a little bit, but not really all the way us, but all the way us. You feel me?
I don't feel you, but go on.
You feel me? Like, you got to have a bitch that you could be like, babe, let's play 2K, and she be like, I'm with that. You feel me?
I love this
I don't
guy.
feel you, but go on.
I don't think I've ever heard
See, just
somebody say
imagine
I don't
and
feel
Young
you.
M.A. walking up the block. You feel me? Walking to the movies.
Okay.
You feel me? And it's a bunch of niggas right there, and one of the dudes try to holler at her. You feel me? And she be like, no, watch out, boo, I got this.
Okay.
That's the type of girl you need.
Go punch that dude in the face.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Feel me?
Sounds like he wants to be with another guy,
Well, he's describing, he's like almost us, but not all
but
the
not
way.
not us. So like masculine women, he likes.
He likes yeah,
Makes sense.
aggressive women maybe.
I like. Hey, I. Some people consider me to be a very aggressive masculine woman.
I hope you meet someone that likes you.
I'm a bit of an alpha, bitch. I can't fix cars. I can't fight people really.
He wants a friend that will also have sex with him.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Sounds great. Do you think that says Devo on his chest?
No.
D-E-V-O? Oh. You don't think he's a Devo fan?
Could be.
I like this guy. I like what he has to say.
That looks like
like him a lot,
not
actually.
such a great tat of the hands.
Yeah. It's a prison. Or he got that when he was like 13.
It looks pretty.
Sometimes when you get those early tats.
Oof.
I like this dude. I like what he's talking about.
But I like the message of what he's saying is that don't send me some model.
That's right.
I want I want someone a little more grounded
Yeah. I ain't down with that.
with like a pair of nuts between her legs.
Cosmo says you're fat. Well, I ain't down with that.
Maybe. Jesus Christ. Maybe he wants someone lost in transition. Is what maybe he's.
Can we talk about last night's
Well,
episode?
let's finish this though.
Bitch, you could just catch a clean head up with. You feel me? That's what you need. You don't need no pretty ass bitch. You need one of those bitches. She ain't even a bitch. You need one of those niggas.
Yeah. See.
She like a real nigga. You could really
I'm
say my girlfriend a
confused.
real nigga.
Well, does he want a bitch or a real N-word? You know what I'm saying?
Well, he wants one who's both.
A bitch and a real N-word.
That's right.
It gets so complicated these
Yeah.
days. Guys want it all.
Yeah, they do.
What's it going to
guy-
be? A bitch or a real N-word?
Yeah.
Big words.
Yeah. Kind of got everything.
Did you notice I didn't say the whole word?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Well, it's best because then it ends up in 500 songs and remixes.
Yeah.
And hey, in today's climate, gosh, who knows what'll
Oh,
happen
gosh,
if
people People will get very upset.
I get
That's how people will react
All
if
the
you do it.
social justice warriors out there come for me.
We're in a very sensitive time.
Very sensitive.
Here's a supercut of all his You Feel
Oh,
Like.
She
cool.
pretty bushy buff. You feel me? You feel me?
I don't feel you, but go on.
You feel me? Like, you feel me? You feel me? Feel me? Feel me?
This
Feel
guy's
me?
great.
You could really say my girlfriend a real nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I like this guy, actually. I like what he
He's
has
great.
to say.
Yeah.
Again, I've never heard anybody say, I don't feel you.
I know.
Usually you just kind of nod along when someone's like, you feel me, you feel
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I don't feel you, but
I don't feel you.
I
but-
don't feel
go
you.
on.
Go on, go on.
I've never heard somebody say that.
I don't feel you, but go on.
Interesting. I don't feel you.
He wants somebody close to us.
But not us.
I like those type of ones that's kind of almost close to us a little bit, but not really all
I
the
like
way
it.
us.
All right, though. He likes them a little masculine.
He just doesn't want you to be dainty, like a little princess around him.
I agree. I think, that can be kind of annoying, I'm guessing. You want a real bitch. Like Lost in Transition. Can we
So-
talk about it?
Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're practically salivating every time that we turn the TV on because you want to see if the new episode is there. You get
It's so
excited.
fascinating. How is any? I don't know how this is not the #1 show in America. TLC's Lost in Transition is fascinating.
I know. I'm
You're
on board.
jumping into people's lives where they're in. It's not like they just started dating. They're married. They have children. They're pregnant, and then one of them's like, "I am transgender," and you watch them go through the transition. I cannot stop watching the show.
Yeah, I got to tell you that I only really have love for one of the guys, and that's the really sensitive one who is a woman. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? He's married to that big Moana.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 4 kids. Jesus Christ. No, she's been eating her feelings for years.
Yeah, of course.
And he's really sweet. Like, he is a woman. You can see it in his core. It doesn't matter what he looks like. He's so feminine. But the couple I'm not feeling is the one, they live in a mobile home. These 2 young people.
Yeah.
They have a 2-year-old, and then she's 9 months pregnant. And around months, I don't know how pregnant
Like
she is.
7.
He decides now is the time. Now I need to transition right now,
I
right
think-
now, right now, right now.
I think that you're definitely more sensitive to it, and I understand why. Because you're equally pregnant. And it's like, can you wait till
now?
we have the baby?
Can you just wait, asshole? Look, I know it's a
He
thing.
just had that realization after the last episode. He's like, I probably shouldn't have done this. I probably should have kept portraying myself male at the gun shop that fired me.
Right.
Like, yeah, probably.
Well, because I think, too, they have these unrealistic expectations of how the world works. He's like, I hope they accept me at the gun shop as a woman. Like, they're not gonna.
No.
These guys wear camo to work. That's their work uniform. You really think these guys are sympathetic to you?
Yeah.
So it's kind of stupid on his part to insist on transitioning right now. He can't defer it and just until the baby is kind of up and running.
I know. It kind of
you know?
speaks to
It's
how
upsetting.
desperate they must feel.
Yeah,
like when
yeah,
they
I can
want
see
to.
that.
Because that's part of the thing. I was like, how do you not wait until this, at least the baby's here?
But part of being an adult and having children is you put your needs aside for a while
Yeah.
until that kid's life is stable.
Oh, I've been doing it every fucking day.
What are you missing out on?
Just the partying and like the
Going to bars and stuff
Vegas
like you like.
fun that I
Love
like to have.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have disdain for him. I can't, or her. Sorry, I can't fucking take her. Because it's always a cry fest. Like, my breasts are leaking. I might have breast cancer. Beep 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 beep.
Wow,
beep.
we really don't have any feelings.
None. Because this poor woman, she goes, I just gave birth, and now it's a week ago, and now I have to find a job because my husband can't work.
Because she can't work.
I'm so mad at her. I can't stand those two. So
Then there was like these
selfish.
people that like the other thing is hilarious. There's one couple where
Selfish.
the man's like 50 and the woman's, let's say, 62.
Oh yeah, they're great.
And she's really funny. She can only talk about how much she loves sex every single time.
Yeah.
And that's her main concern. She's been married to this guy for like 13 years. She's like, he's loved my life. I don't want to lose him to, transitioning to a woman. I like sex. I'm a very sexual person. Then, they cut away. They showed another story, cut back. I just love men. I love penis. I love the way a man feels. And then they cut away. The next time the interview, she's like, I got to be able to keep having sex. I don't care what he does. Then she comes to the realization that she's like, I can accept you being a woman as long as you can still fuck because I still need to have that sex all the time.
Dick. She's talking about
I've
dicks.
never seen a 63-year-old woman talk like this.
With her priorities straight like that?
Yeah. Or that driven by sex at that age.
I know.
Isn't
it's
menopause
odd. Yeah.
like supposed to
Yeah, your puss dries up.
dial it back some?
What happens in menopause? Your tits shrivel up and fall off, and your cooch turns gray.
So what happened to her? She
turns
just didn't
into
go
dust.
through it?
No, she clearly, yeah. No, you go through it.
Then
You go
but she's
through it
like,
in your
I
50s.
need to fuck.
Hey, maybe she's on some hormones. Maybe she's naturally
Just
virile. I mean, some people are just wired that
yeah.
way.
It's
you
just weird.
know?
I guess you never think of like a woman 60-something who's like, I'll go with you anywhere as long as you'll fuck me.
Have you met Kim Hain?
Kim Hain.
Am I asshole?
How you say? Asshole?
I mean, some women become sexually activated by 60.
That's true.
You don't know. Shit, maybe menopause turned her into a sexual demon and now she wants dick all day. It also could be part of the older we get, the less critical we become of our bodies. You know, society really.
I'm Kim Ann.
Here she is. She's got
and
menopause.
I'm here to film. And this
To
is
film.
such a beautiful villa.
Villa.
We're sitting with the first time.
The first time. To
Asshole.
Yeah, it's not most women, come on, are not like that.
No, but who knows? I mean, you're not banging 60-year-olds.
I
Who
know.
knows what goes on? But they say, dude, like in retirement homes,
They say, yo.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm Grape Street Crip, that they're horny as fuck in retirement homes.
Could be.
No, it is, dude. Like, that's why the guys
No, I
love
know.
it. Because there's
There's
all
a
these
lot
horny
of,
ass old bitches.
What's it called? There's a lot of STDs in retirement homes.
Yeah, they fuck like crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not
the
assuming
special
that
needs
there's-
community,
that
same
there's
thing.
no sex going
Right,
on
right.
at her age.
She's
I'm saying
hypersexual.
she is hypersexual.
Well, can I tell you my theory on that? That's an editing reality show trick. And what's going to happen is they're setting her up to be dick all day. And then when he transitions and he's got a vag or something, she's going to be like, I love pussy. I'm a
Yeah.
lesbo. I can't
Oh,
believe
right,
it. I
right.
love tits and I love a puss.
right.
Maybe they'll flip her, you know?
Yeah, because right now she's just
All she talks about is the dick, missing the D. And I have to say, like, listening to her say it over and over, because at first when we talked about your transition, I was like,
mine.
I guess I can handle it. Yeah. But now that she keeps saying it, I'm like, what would I do without a D in the equation? That's true. Like,
We'd scissor.
yeah, but I don't know.
It's fine.
But your vagine won't be, it's like a, you know.
So we'll just be a couple of stamp collectors. All right.
I don't know, dude. Then we have to have a whole new thing going. And
What's wrong with that?
what's wrong with that? Because I'm used to dick and balls.
Well, it's fucking life's about surprises. I would still pump you with the strap on, you know?
I think, too, the doctor was saying that you lose your sex drive with the estrogen.
Yeah.
That it screws up a guy's,
For sure. It's
For
fucking with me
sure.
right now.
my estrogen.
I'm
And
taking
progesterone?
estrogen, and it's messing with me.
Oh, with your transition?
Mm-hmm.
What's your girl name? I forget.
My girl name is Cassandra.
And should I be calling you she now? Or
Yeah, of course. If you respect my pronouns, you rude bitch. I feel like I can talk to you like that now because I'm also transitioning. Yeah.
Who would make a more beautiful woman, you or Bert Kreischer?
He'd be prettier, I think.
You think Bert would be a better woman than you?
I think so. Yeah.
Who out of our friends? Okay, Ari, Bart,
Yeah.
Sickle Cell, or you? Who's the best looking woman?
Well, I mean, we're all hideous.
Yeah.
I think Ari could be the most natural woman.
Why?
He has this like lanky, long.
He's like a model, tall and
know?
lean.
Yeah,
Sure,
he like
sure.
sits with his legs
You're right.
crossed, and he does these gestures that are very fluid,
Yeah.
kind of
Very non-binary.
effeminate, if you will.
Yeah.
But he, I think he could pull it off. And then Bert, because Bert would just embrace it, be like, "I'm a lady now." And he would have like the craziest makeup and yeah.
He would look like a over the top drag queen.
Who else? Sickle would be
Sickle Cell.
terrible woman.
Terrible woman.
Terrible woman.
The goatee, you can't do that.
I mean, he would shave it, but he's so
Such a
he's a
guy.
grouchy old, junkyard dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, can't do it.
Well, can I spill the beans on the surprise
Spill 'em,
now?
Spill them.
So if you listened last week, you know that I had a little online trouble with a certain individual out there,
You put some respect on my neck.
Okay.
and I interacted with this man on Instagram.
Is he a man?
Yes.
How old is he?
Very much a man.
He seems
and
young.
He might be young. We're about to find out because we're about to jump on the phone with him.
Okay.
So let me get Daddy Longneck on the phone. I'm so excited. Hold on a second.
I can't imagine what we're going to speak to him about.
I have a few ideas. Because I've been teeing up Crazy Lokes. Because I think he'd be a really good match for Longneck. I think it makes
why
a
is
lot
that?
of sense.
Why is that? Walk me through this.
Well, I mean, Lokes likes to fight. This guy was threatening a fight, and I think it just makes sense. Like,
you're saying they both want to fight. That's the thing they have in common.
well, yeah, they talk shit. They both were threatening fights, and I got to imagine they're probably close to the same weight class. They have the same type of build. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna find out right now. Let's see.
I'm terrified for you to speak to this kid. Seriously, I don't want to do this. I really don't. I want no part of this. I hope he does not answer.
You better answer. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Longneck.
What's good with you, Holmes?
What's up, man? Thanks for jumping on the call. We're really excited to talk to you.
No, we're not.
And I wanted to know, first of all, you're in Flint, Michigan, right?
Yeah, Flint 810.
And how old are you? Can I ask you that?
18.
18. All right. Young guy. We were we were interacting. You kind of called me out because we talked about you on the podcast. And then I feel like walks you into the world of Crazy Lokes. It's Lokes, by the way, not Locks. Crazy Lokes.
Oh, yeah, man.
But you did some research. Do you feel like he might be a formidable opponent for you?
Nah.
No.
I got his fault.
What's that?
That guy wouldn't be easy as fault.
Oh, okay. So would you actually fight him if he wanted to fight, though?
If he's willing to.
If he's what?
I'll never back down. I'll never back down.
Oh, you'd never back down. Okay. And I know that he trains a lot. Like, he's always at the gym training. Do you feel like you could, battle with somebody who's training all the time?
Well, I am quick as fuck, so,
Yeah.
I think I got more of an advantage of him. Because, I'm a lot, he's probably a lot taller than me. I could literally fucking, walk around him and shit, you feel me?
I definitely feel that. Give me your stats just so I know. How tall are you?
5'3".
What?
What is it?
5
what?
5'3".
5'3".
No.
No, really?
Yeah, so I know, I got advantage up on me shit,
Okay.
Cause with bigger people, it's easier to get out the position and shit. You feel me? So,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So you're 5'3", and what do you weigh? Like 120, 30?
just about.
Just about. So maybe just under. Okay. So have you lived your whole life in Flint?
Yeah, that I was born up in this, Flint.
Okay. Okay. Now I notice you you really embrace the fact that you have the long neck. I mean, it's in your handle. You go by Daddy Long Neck or Damn Long Neck. What's the story? Is it just is there anything medical, or is it just that you have a long neck?
Well, all seriousness, yeah, it kind of is a fucking problem,
It's a problem.
It's like it's hard, to gain weight and stuff.
It's what?
No, it's hard to gain weight and stuff.
It's hard to gain weight. I got you.
Yeah, so for a skinny guy like me, I still rock on with it. You feel me? I inspire the world and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's my plan. Never be ashamed to be yourself.
I actually really dig that. I noticed that you, instead of being embarrassed or, deflecting, you embrace it. So you say, like, rub lotion on my neck, check out my neck. Like, you are actually highlighting it.
And then I put peanut butter all over my body and shit.
Mm-hmm. And then
I like.
do ladies like that?
Well, they be hitting me up and shit. They're like this one girl. She said, she'll lick all over my body and shit. And I'm like, shit, I'm definitely down.
Yeah, you should definitely hit her up and follow through on that. So how was my theory correct? Does the fact that you have the long neck, you have a very distinct voice? Like, it's very distinct. Does your neck length have anything to do with that?
I'll tell you the whole story and shit.
Okay.
And that's, I'm gonna be straight up real with you.
Okay.
So it was like 2010, 2011.
Uh-huh.
I fucking got my tonsils taken out and shit.
Okay.
And I fucking after I got out the hospital, I spit up my stitches because it felt like something was, stuck in my throat and shit, so.
Uh-huh.
So, I spit up in the motherfucking, I spit them stitches out. Then I started freaking out because, I'm not gonna lie. It started, I started puking blood and shit.
Right.
So, after I started puking blood and shit, I couldn't even eat, because cause my shit was bleeding, my fucking throat was bleeding and shit.
Right.
So it was hard to eat. And, I went to the hospital, I couldn't, like, my fucking eyes just turned white as fuck. Like, I ain't never seen this before, like I seen God or some shit, you feel me?
Right,
like,
right.
Cause I was, coughing on my blood and shit, so.
Uh-huh.
And, anyways, we go up in there, they had to put a, blood transfusion up in, cause I was losing a lot of blood and shit.
Yeah.
So.
So did.
So, after that,
uh-huh.
After that, I let it heal up and shit, when I got out the hospital the second time, my throat started healing up and shit, and,
yeah.
So, yeah, after that, my fucking voice box was fucked up.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
the
see.
surgery kind of did have
There
an
you
effect
go.
on it. I got you. So what's a typical like? So you live in Flint. Did you go to school there? Like, did you go to high school there?
Well, the doctors took me out and at fucking, I say 8th grade or some shit.
Oh wow!
But I'm going back. Back next year.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. And then you'll go to school. And do you work? Do you live at home?
Well, I don't work.
Okay.
I just chill. You
chill.
I just fucking go live on Facebook. Inspire the world. You feel me?
I feel you. I definitely feel you. So, all right. So do me a favor. If you want to get something going with Crazy Lokes, we're really behind it. I feel like you guys could make it a lot of fun. I think you should make videos and target Crazy Lokes, and I'll reach out to Crazy Lokes and see if he can message you as well. And I think, I think it's something that the world would want to see. I think you guys would really excite people.
Is this gonna be on your show?
Yeah, man. This is right now. We're recording. This is going to be on the podcast in a couple weeks. It'll be out in a couple weeks.
Just let me know when it comes out. Just be like, I just posted that.
I sure will.
Video.
Is there anything else you want to say before I hang up? Anything else you want to tell people?
You just if you want to get inspired, y'all can follow me and shit. My Instagram username and shit.
Okay. Yep, we'll put it out there. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks for your time, man.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.
Much love.
Much love. See ya.
Peace.
There you go.
Mystery solved.
Yeah.
It was a bad tonsillectomy, it sounds like, and his voice box got
Yeah.
messed up.
And he's got
Poor kid.
he's got a small frame. He might be smaller than Crazy Lokes.
Did he say he was 5'3"?
That's what he said.
Do you think he's messing with us, like joking?
No, I don't think so.
He's small.
He might be very small framed. Yeah.
Huh. So how tall is Crazy Lokes?
I don't know. I would guess Crazy Lokes like 5'8",
And then what do you think he weighs?
150, 160.
Oof.
So yeah, he might have like a 40, 50 pound
Yeah,
advantage.
I don't know about this. We may have to do like a rap off or something. A rap battle.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Because they both spit bars.
Yeah, maybe not a physical fight. Maybe what do they call
But see,
it?
this is why I have you around.
What do they call that shit that guy just said? A freestyle race?
Yeah,
What's
rap
the fuck?
battle.
A rap battle, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe rap battle is in order as opposed to physical violence with this poor child.
Yeah.
These children.
Yeah.
One's a child, one's mentally.
Respect on my neck.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. That was great.
Well,
I
he
really enjoyed it.
certainly seems to be enjoying himself.
He does, yeah. He's like, I'm trying to inspire people. He's definitely having fun.
Yes, he is. Good for him. Making the best of the neck.
Yeah.
Having fun on the internet. Thank God for the internet, huh?
I'm telling you.
Otherwise, people would just be like shut-ins. Like
He just threw
lost.
in there that I rub peanut butter all over my body.
He did.
And the women like it. And they
for
offer
him.
to lick it off.
Wow.
I'm so happy about that. I want that to happen to him every week.
So do I. That'd be great.
Yo, Daddy Longneck, send us some peanut butter licking videos.
Please don't. Or not. You don't have to do that. That's fine. I'm not interested in seeing that.
I think it's a
kid.
great idea.
Well, good for you, kid. Live your life. I heard it. Don't worry. Sometimes when you burp and I don't react right away, you kind of look at me
Yeah.
like the way Fief does. Like, are you gonna acknowledge what I did,
Yeah, I do.
mommy?
Because I want you to acknowledge me.
I know, and I get mad when you don't acknowledge my burps and farts. Or when you don't ask about how my poops went.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you don't. Sometimes I go and then you don't even ask. It's like we're not even married anymore. What's the point?
That's true. You did poop this morning.
Right.
And I pooped right after you.
You didn't even ask me how mine
And our
went.
son had a poop in his tie-dye while that was happening.
The whole family pooped at the same time, pretty much.
Yeah.
What a neat story.
That was a real neat
Tell your mom
story.
this story
Yeah.
when she comes to visit. They're coming to
Yeah.
visit us soon, Top Dog and Charo.
It's true.
Now you play it?
Well,
Next stop, Brown Top.
you know, I might be able...
Brown Top coming up.
I just had the idea. I might be able to tell Charo that story right now.
Let's do it.
You want to try to call her?
Loved. She would be thrilled to know that we all shit at the same time in the house.
Yeah, she'll
Mommy, Daddy, and the baby.
And
all
it would
shit
also
together.
be hilarious to get her review
Of Sicario.
of Sicario, which I'm sure is not on. I heard my dad on the way out. He goes, "It was a classic." She goes, "It's not a classic."
Ay, Tommy is so violent.
Oh
Your
my
father
God.
was ear to ear smiling.
Let's see if she'll answer. She won't fucking answer.
No, she never does. Call your dad. He'll answer.
Maybe. Let's see.
I haven't talked to your dad in ages.
I know, long time. You're right.
You can
though.
ask him about that breathing.
Oh yeah.
¿Aló?
Charo,
¿Sí?
it's your son.
Oh my gosh, Tommy, ¿qué número es este? Espérate un segundo.
Okay.
1750 ¿está bien? Ya te iba a colgar. Y que tú eres un vendedor. A mí con vendedores no me vengan con cuentos de mi personal. 11.
She drinking?
Hey, mom.
Mi hijo. Dice, Jessy quiere saber por qué me dices Charo y no me dices
What is
mamá.
happening?
Charo-san, Charo.
Charo-san.
What is she doing?
Espérate un segundo, déjame las gracias a esta señora que me ha pintado la puerta por quinta vez y cada vez le
Is she
sigo pagando.
talking to
y
you?
pagando, y cobra
Or is she
menos,
talking to
porque
someone
le doy
else?
pena.
I don't understand what's happening.
Gracias por todo.
Ándale, cuídese mucho.
Ya, tú también, gracias por
Por
todo.
Dios.
Por todo.
Okay, Charo.
Tommy, la próxima vez que recomiendas a tu padre una película.
Oye, tell me. Hold on, tell me. What did you think of that movie?
Do you really want me to say what that movie?
Yes, please. Because I know.
This is it's like watching El Sendero Luminoso en Lima, ¿cómo se llama?
The Shining Path.
And I pay to watch them. I pay to watch them as I am eating popcorn, and I stuffed myself in a movie. I ate Doritos, popcorn, a pretzel, and I said, Tom, let's eat as far as we can because I'm on a start, but there is no tomorrow with this smell. I was desperate, Tommy. I drink two diet Cokes. So I burp from the top and I burp from the bottom.
Wait, so did you think it was too violent or no?
I mean, they cannot make it any more than that. You can if you try. It's almost stupid. As I said, number one, they kidnapped the girl and uniform from the school. How come she's wearing pants now? He said, why did you watch that part? I said, I'm trying to get distracted.
Because she was given pants
at the
base. The Americans gave her the pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what your father told me?
What?
It's a movie. Just keep in mind it's a movie. They just make the stuff. Just keep watching.
Yeah, but you thought it was.
Oh my God.
It was crazy violent, right?
No, but extreme, Tommy. Please, the part at the end of the movie when this guy is covered in blood and he's supposed to be dead, and then they have the bullet goes from one cheek to the other cheek, and as he takes the thing off, the blood comes like I was pouring a drink on you. It's a drink. I said, Tom, please, how far is this going to go? And then the driving, just very close. Oh my God!
Spoiler alert.
They cannot what do these people have in mind for real, huh? I mean, what is your brain? Did you know? You didn't know this. I decided to Google as we were driving home, and you didn't know this. This is the sequence of a previous movie.
Yeah, Mom. Of course I knew. Of course I knew.
How can your father ask you? And you say, well, they might make a sequence.
A sequel.
Pero the other... No sé, ¿cómo se dice? ¿El sequel?
Sequel. So the movie Sicario came out a few years ago.
Yeah, but it makes no sense because when I start reading the previous one, it's a different girl who didn't come in this one.
Yeah, but the two guys are the same guys.
The two guys are the same guys.
Yeah.
And have you watched the first one?
Yeah, of course.
It's as violent as it.
Oh my God. Have you guys not seen? Have you not seen the first one?
Didn't even know there was a first one.
Oh, it's tremendous.
You gotta watch it. It's a great love story.
Actually, there's a lot of love. There is a beautiful love story in the first one.
You have to be kidding me that Cristina have watched this movie?
Oh yeah.
I just heard her voice.
The first one.
Cristina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. The first one is very different. It's a romantic story between Emily Blunt and Benicio del Toro. They fall in love.
Yeah, it's a really different story.
I don't believe shit that you guys tell me now.
I swear.
You gotta watch it.
Cristina, I'm going to believe you. I don't believe Tommy. a word that he says.
It's true. I think you'll really. Hey, Mom, do you know that one of the things that the Mexican cartel guys do is like if you betray them, they'll tape you to a chair, and they put a mirror in front of you, so you look at yourself in the mirror, and they cut the skin off of your face, so they pull your face off, and then you watch.
Tommy, I have no interest in knowing because I'm not going to do anything to the cartel, so don't worry about it.
Then you.
Oh my God! Oh my God! How far can people go in this? There's no humanity. Animals don't do this.
No, I know. And then you watch yourself. You watch yourself bleed, but like with a skeleton face. But they put the skin that was your face. They put it in front of you. So
I can't believe. I can't believe that you're my son. I really can't. You came out of my womb, and you love two things: caca and blood.
I know. I know.
You see that has nothing to do with me.
I know. He's a psycho.
Mom, this morning.
Oh my God.
This morning.
He's a psycho.
You want to hear some? You want to hear a different story for a change?
No, this one's
It's a clean one. Or
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
this one's
This
better.
morning, I realized I go, I have to go caca, and I
ask if it's a clean one, please.
I walk into the kitchen. Christina comes out of the bathroom. She just went caca. And then Ellis walks by me, and he has a caca in his diaper. So we all went caca at the same time.
How about the dog? Didn't they put that too?
They went like 10 minutes later.
You should make a movie out of this. Make a show.
Make a show? Family
I went
caca?
caca, and Christina went caca, and Ellie went caca. And you don't know why the dog didn't go caca. So you give them something to go caca. And then it's the end of the show. Everybody went caca. And they live happily ever after.
I love it.
I love it. To call your father because he said, yes, that's my son. I mean, I don't understand why in the world are we together. I said, Tom, nothing. There is not one thing that we're like, no one. By the way, in the movie, he got up and bought nachos because he get me something to eat. I finished my pretzel. And I bought the pretzel on purpose because it's soft. I don't want to make noises when you're next to people.
Yeah.
So he came back and says, I got you nachos. So the nachos like, first you have to open the bag. Give me that. So everybody's looking at you. And then I couldn't see it, so it was a donut. It was the dip for the nachos. So I stick my finger in there and make a huge mess. And then he started eating from my tray. I said, Tom, don't make some noise. So that produced him to sneeze.
Oh, boy.
You know when he sneezed 18 times?
Yeah.
So he sneezed, I'm not kidding you. After he sneezed 18 times, of course he has to blow his nose. So he asked me for napkins. So I gave him every paper I have. I said, if they don't kick us out of this one, they will never kick us anymore. Yeah. We make as much noise as we could between the nachos, the blowing of the nose, the sneezing on the by the way, he has his cough. So he also was coughing.
Oh my God.
So
yeah.
I know we make some people really happy. Now it's out of his control. There's sneezing. Well, they sell you the nachos there. They give it to you in a bag that is here, so you can make a lot of noise. And it's not his fault that I give him a sneeze. So I don't blame him, but it was uncomfortable.
Of course.
For the,
all right. Well, I love you. I wanted to see what you thought of that movie. Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
Don't ever do that. No, but you should tell your father to don't take me serious stuff like that. I don't think it's fair.
I told him that wasn't your type of movie. I told him that.
You have to take him. Be sure not to take Mom.
But I do think, in all fairness, you would actually like the first one. The first one is different.
I don't know. You believe Tommy? Tell me, Tommy, your father's coming. Tommy, I'm talking about the noises that you made with your nachos, the sneezing, the cough.
So
what? So you're proud of that. Okay.
Dad.
Yeah, buddy.
Have you seen the first Sicario?
I probably did. I just don't remember it.
Well, it's the same cast.
No, you never saw the same movie.
I'm going to search for it on tonight. It'd be a great movie to watch tonight.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And guess what? Christina actually told me I would like it because that one is romantic.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Wasn't a lot of romance in this one, buddy.
Yeah, you'll enjoy the other one more. I love you guys. I got to run. I'm going to a meeting, okay?
Yeah, but I want to. No, excuse me. I am going to a meeting this time. Huh?
Okay.
No, I'm beating you. I'm going to my meeting. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Just so you know, that I'm going to a meeting thing.
Yeah, that's my mom's favorite joke because every time I hang up, she says that I'm walking into a meeting.
You are. And then you know what you say to me all the time?
What?
I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go.
So then you try to get ahead of it, and you go, no, I gotta let you go.
I gotta let you go. You treat me like I'm a business partner on the phone.
Yeah, you are.
You're like, I gotta let you go, sweetie. I gotta let you go, Tom.
Okay. Let's take a quick break here.
God,
Be back with
I
our
gotta let
guest.
you go, Tom. I gotta let you go.
That was so great.
That was fantastic.
All right. We are back, and we are joined. I don't know if I'm doing a good broadcasting job. You can report. We are joined. It says here you're a comedian.
Oh God.
I don't know by the great.
I think it's comedian. Tom.
Comedian.
Come on.
A very sassy and funny.
No, very pretty lady.
A very pretty lady.
Say she's pretty first, right?
Absolutely gorgeous talent. Coming to the stage. No, the great Nikki Glazer. Thank you for coming over today.
Oh man, thanks for having me, guys.
You were over at Fat's house earlier doing a podcast.
That's what he called you.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he said
But-
you guys had a binge eating podcast.
You could see. You have eyes. You can tell who's.
I know what's going on.
You know what's going on.
I do know that Bert said he is going for a 13-mile bike ride and a 6-mile run tonight.
Okay.
And then going to bed with a Xanax so he doesn't. He puts himself to sleep with a Xanax so he doesn't eat the rest of the day. He's done eating, and then 4th of July he's really gonna let loose.
Does this register to you as a healthy lifestyle?
No. He told me right before we started. He goes, "I think I have an eating disorder." And I was like, "Yeah, you think?"
Do you think that would be maybe one of many things that's going on?
Many.
What's going on, Nikki? What do you think?
Now, do you think he's due before Christine, or who do you think's about to go first?
Exactly.
He is so. His family is so lovely, and I don't know how they are.
Put up with him? Is that what you're about to say?
He is such a mess.
Yeah.
With his eating and his exercising and his extremes and his drinking and
there you go.
everything.
Yeah, Nikki. What? Oh, so what?
How are his daughters like coping?
What's
seem
going
lovely.
on? What do you think's going on?
I don't really know what is going on with Bert. Like, you would think, obviously, he's trying to push down some kind of feelings. And obviously, he doesn't like himself as much as we all like him.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, as much as
Love
America
him.
likes him.
That's true. No,
You know what I mean? Like, if you're constantly trying to change yourself and you get your self-worth from whether or not you're skinny, you don't like yourself at its core enough. And I'm a person like that. You know, like everyone is essentially, but it's if you love yourself enough, all that other stuff doesn't matter so much.
I think you have great instincts on this. I think another thing going on is that he thinks he knows he's the party guy, and that people love the party guy, and he thinks you won't love him if he's not partying at all times.
And if he keeps on his shirt or whatever it is, like he thinks he owes that to people at this point. And I relate to that. Like, I relate to people having expectations and thinking that that's why people like you and not really understanding what it is about yourself that people actually are attracted to. Which I tried to tell him during his show, and I meant it, is like, your honesty, whatever you're going through, just your honesty is never going to change. You can stop drinking, you can wear different clothes, but like your core honesty, and that's what people love about him and about you guys is that, and me even, is that we're honest. And as long as you retain that, no matter what, you can stop drinking and still be funny. That's
so true, Nikki. I think that's like that's a great analysis, I would say.
Thanks.
But
we should have been recording. That was really good.
If only.
And the binge drinking and
it's all. I quit drinking and I really struggled with who I would be on the other side of that because it was everything to me, and it was.
Was it really?
I drank every single night and I looked forward to it, and all my friendships and all my relationships and sex and comedy, everything was wrapped around drinking. When I was going to drink, I'd celebrate with a drink. I would pregame with a drink. Like, and when I decided to quit, I was like, what is my life going to be? And you're just still the same person.
Can I ask you, was it a slow build up to saying like, hey, there's something going on, or was it like a moment kind of thing?
Well, I did hit a bottom, so there was a moment, but it was a slow buildup because I was drinking all the time. I was blacking out very easily. Like, it always reminded me of that John Mulaney joke where he's like, I got to the point where I'd have like one drink and your body would be like, well, we know where this is going. We're going to bed. And it would just, I would black out from like a couple beers because because my brain it's exactly his joke. Your brain knows we know where this is going. It never stops at 2 beers. Let's just turn off the lights now and save some energy.
Is that right? I didn't know that happened.
So I would black out very easily, and I never did anything that I like super regretted or dangerous when I drank, but the hangover was destroying my life. I couldn't function anymore, and I was just starting to get things like I remember the impetus was kind of I got a pilot at MTV to do a talk show that turned into a show, but I remember thinking I'm not gonna be able to film this and write this if I'm hungover even like every day because I would always have a hangover.
Right.
And so it was like, so I got a book because I quit smoking with this book called The Easy Way to Stop Smoking.
I read that, Alan Carr.
All these comics. I don't know. So many
It's a
comics
great
are
book.
behind this book. too.
I was one of the early adopters, I think, of the book and I've given it to so many comedians, and they've given it to people because once it works for you.
Yeah, it's a
you're
great
like,
book.
It works, and so he also wrote a book called. So I stopped smoking with that book in 2009, and I knew he had written another book called The Easy Way to Stop Drinking, and so I knew that his method worked the first time for that one thing that was so hard to quit, and so I was like, I'm gonna get his drinking book just to have it on the shelf, so when I'm ready to stop drinking, I can just grab it and go for it. And I had a particularly terrible hangover December 9th, 2011 in Cleveland from like a couple craft beers. Woke up the next day and I was like, I feel like I'm dying. Like, I feel like this is the way you feel when you're like getting, like, I don't know what cancer's like, but this was what, like, I feel like can't walk. I can't function.
miserable.
I was like in the shower, curled up in the corner, just shivering and being like, I don't want to feel this way until I'm actually dying because that's the way I feel. And I did this to myself and I'm fucking done. I'm just done. I'm tired of feeling so. I flew home and I grabbed the book and I just read through it and it worked on me and it really was easy. I mean, it was as easy as I could ever have imagined it would be. And my friends did change, my relationships did change, but like all for the better.
Oh my God, that's very
Wow,
impressive.
That's great.
So at this point, like 7 years or something.
Yeah, it'll be 7 years in December.
Wow.
And totally nothing. Wow,
I smoke pot. I
great.
smoke pot off and on, but no drinking. And drinking
good
was
for
my like
you.
thing, you know. And it really like it defined who I was. Like I felt like I was like the comic that talked about being a drunk slut, or you know, like that was like. So I didn't know who I was gonna be sober, but it turns out I'm like way more vulnerable and interesting, and all the things that I was kind of just like drinking to not even address.
Yeah, and I think you're right that a lot of comedians, excuse me, won't seek out treatment or go to therapy because you're afraid that you're going to lose that thing about you that makes you funny. But the truth of it is you actually can go deeper down that hole of the shit that makes you funny because now you're freed up. You're not so emotionally tied to it. You can actually make fun of the stuff that's really deep and dark.
Yes.
I think it actually makes you way funnier.
You can access it because what you're doing in drinking is not accessing it. 'Cause
Exactly.
you don't want to go there. It's too painful. And once you're able to go there, you can cry and do all the stuff you need to do and then get on the other side of it and start making fun of it.
And make great jokes.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Can you imagine how much funnier Bert would be? What are
I
the
mean,
demons? What do you think?
it'll happen eventually.
No, I will. I know. Yeah.
I mean, he's had to have hit a couple bottoms in his life.
For sure. It'll happen eventually. But no, we're so happy to see you. Nikki Glazer,
Yay.
Tom Segura, 2007's Just for Laughs New Faces class
Oh
sitting
my
here.
Is that right?
Yes, I remember
How
you
long ago is
crushed
that now?
year so hard. You were like the runaway star.
No.
Yeah, you were the one people were talking about. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was you and Tommy John again. I don't even know that
Yeah.
Tommy had as good of a showing as you, and he was like the one that I thought going in that year was the one to.
I remember that. I remember there was this guy. Do you remember the guy, the English guy? I've told you about this.
Yes.
Do you
that
know?
older guy?
Do you know that he is a superstar there?
Really?
Dude, he does the O2 Arena. Like
What?
Oh my God.
stretches of
Oh
like multiple
my
shows.
God.
16,000 people a pop. Boop, boop, boop.
Wait, so was he like
Was
on
his
your
name like
lineup?
Michael
Yes.
Mitchell or something? Michael.
It's Michael. Might be like
He was a
McDonald.
new face
Yeah.
with us.
Yes. Yes.
I remember his like energy was obnoxious because he was very confident, and we were all like not, and we
Dude.
just didn't really care for that.
God, what was his name?
And there was an older woman on it too. Do you remember her?
Yes, that's right.
She was like 60.
and she was
literal
like a
60.
New Yorker.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Is she doing comedy still?
Definitely not.
No.
I love that they give spots like that to the wild cards, and you're like, don't do that. Just
Stop
give it to
it.
someone that's gonna do something.
That's gonna like,
Please.
just give it to
yeah. Anyone else?
anyone else.
But the 60-year-old.
Yeah, they have-
fluke.
when did you go?
Well, I actually not until I was 2015 until
Good.
I had gotten some success. The Montreal gave me zero love.
Isn't that interesting that sometimes they can just
0.0. And
They
I
do
look
that to
for the
some
record,
people.
yeah. And not only that, like they would audition me year after year. I would make it to callback. I'd get so far, and then I would get the call like, oh, it was between you and ba. And they chose the other girl. Like it was always between
I
me
am
and
so
someone
sick
else.
of this one girl bullshit. I
You're like,
am
who is this bitch?
furious about the one girl.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
only one space for us on everything.
I know.
So I'm sorry, that used to be okay when there weren't that many of us and we weren't all that funny and like there weren't as many funny women.
I know.
Like the roast or whatever. I'm only doing it because Natasha turned it down, and it bothers me that there isn't a world where I could roast Natasha, but there isn't. We can't exist on the same
you're the
stage.
one lady.
There's
Right,
the
the
one
token.
the one token whore that you can all the whore jokes.
Oh, right.
We can
Oh,
be
right.
we're the aging
the
whore.
loose vagina
Right.
jokes.
The
yeah.
drunk whore.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that I'll never be able to roast Natasha because no roast will ever have two women of the
Crazy.
same age range in. And it's
I like that they're also
tired
going
of
to
it.
be
Yeah, that's pretty lame, dude.
making jokes about your drinking that you can then reply like, cool that it's an 8-year-old joke that you're making.
I
right now.
know. That's the funny thing is like a lot of jokes get written about me having no tits, which I register as someone with maybe a flat chest, but I actually like when I dress up, you can tell that I have sneaky big tits. And so a lot
Sneaky big tits.
yeah, they're sneaky. Like people don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you're talking about. I wish I had them.
Oh, like yeah, you're like sneaky.
I wish mine were sneaky. Mine are just ginormous titties. Well, what are you working with? What are you?
I'm
if I
a
can
I'm a
ask?
D and then a double D on days where it's like the period is cranking.
fucking
Yeah, I really
serious?
play them down.
I used to too. Yes, I just can't.
But that's
anymore.
smart. That's smart.
No, you're
I've
smart,
always
yeah.
given that advice to like young starting
I'm
comics
looking
that
at
are
your
like,
boobs
I'm like,
now.
dude, play it down. Play down the.
Yeah, they're huge. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You
Oh,
are.
yeah, I forgot I'm on camera.
Yeah.
Do you wear like a
Believe me.
minimizer, bra? Do you into the minimizer?
No,
Oh.
but I think I just like sit in a way. But it is fun because whenever I hook up with a guy and they have no idea, and then I take off my shirt and I always have like, oh my god, like it's always that's a fun moment.
You know who you're like? Kirsten Dunst.
Ooh, does she? I would never think
She's
she has
got
big boobs.
secret biggers too,
Yeah.
big milkers, and she's like you, like skinny, tiny,
Yeah.
and then you see her in some movie, and you're like, look at those knockers. She's got 'em.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
they're-
Sneaky.
Phyllis Diller had D's too, and she
Wow.
would always make jokes about how hungry her tits were, but they weren't.
yeah. And so guys have and also they're gonna call me a whore, and I like
Yeah.
don't. I'm not really a whore. I've slept with 16 guys, which as a woman who's been
It's
single most
nothing.
of her life is
That's it?
nothing.
That's your number?
nothing.
I know it's nothing, and that's all.
I would have guessed your number was way higher.
You would have thought.
Yeah, just by virtue of being a single woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you're not. You're
I
not
can't
married
get
and shit,
fucked
yeah.
to save my
What?
fucking. And I
What are
know
you
that sounds.
talking
I know
about?
that
What
sounds.
are you talking
I know
about?
I could get. I know I could get just some random dick if I wanted it, and like, but like
You want
guys
that quality dick.
I want not even quality. Like I just am the guys I'm going after. Like
love it.
they are like turning it down. Like the other night, I
No,
like
what are you talking
literally
about?
invited a guy. I had made out with this guy a couple times. Invited him over to
But
my
like,
apartment
give us,
the other night.
All right, this guy you
Who-
made
who
out
are
with,
these
you invited
guys?
over.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, like give us. Oh, it's a
That's
comic.
why they're fucking nut jobs, Nikki.
But explain that. What is the nut job behind that of a guy that I've made out with a couple times, like at bars and out and
Yeah.
about in the town, and then later in a night when we've already like been like, hey, are you hanging out? I'm hanging out, and then
Oh,
he
I
went
see.
and hung out too long somewhere, and I go, well, I'm leaving. I'm going home, and he goes, well, I'm gonna get out of here in an hour. Are you still gonna be there? And I go, no, I'm going home, but maybe you can come over. Text me after.
You
Didn't-
said that?
Yes. And because I was so fucking horny. Like, I literally don't like to just have casual sex, but I'm like, I need a dick. Like, I just needed it that night. And I decided that I wanted it, and I decided I'm not going to take this guy seriously because I wouldn't fuck a guy that I really wanted to date. Like, I wouldn't do that on the first night. I just wouldn't.
But this guy, you don't want to date.
I don't want to date him.
Okay.
And he's not to be taken seriously. And that's why I was like, let's just do it. You know what? I need to get laid. I need a good story.
And it's a
I
comic
got
friend.
one because he didn't. First of all, we kept texting. He never acknowledged that I invited him over. He just kept telling me about his night. And then then I go, okay, I'll talk later. He just never wrote, and it's been like 5 days since and nothing.
Yeah, but see, I can. There's a couple things.
Tell me what's going on.
A couple things could be going on. Okay, number one is that he does actually like you and has a bit of fear, insecurity about how comfortable you are with the casualness of.
I haven't been. It's only gotten to this part. Like,
but I'm saying you with that open door now, with you saying, like, he definitely heard it. It's like he could be intimidated by the prospect of coming over and possibly
all of our
hooking up with you.
sexting has been, and it's like I didn't even instigate the sexting. Anytime we're like, hey, I can't wait to hang out with you. He's like, I can't wait to fuck you on your balcony. I can't wait to fuck you here. I can't.
He texts you like that?
He's the one that is texting me pictures of his dick in his pants. Like cloth, but like you can see it, like
What the
and saying I want to fuck you here, and so I go, you know what? I don't take this guy seriously. He's just throwing this out so casually.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not asking me out on a date. I'll only consider him as a hookup if I want it. So I go, okay, want it, and then I did it, and then couldn't.
See, number two,
What's
I was going to
going
say
on?
maybe he has a small dick.
No,
Then you saw, okay.
it is. We call him Baguette. Me and
Really?
my friends.
Wow.
Because of
Because he shares the photos a lot.
no, he just shared one, and it looked like a
Yeah.
baguette in his pants.
Wow. Maybe he has AIDS?
Okay.
maybe
and he
it's an
doesn't want to get
STD.
me sick.
Maybe it's a breakout of some kind.
Oh, that's a good point. It could be an STD breakout.
It definitely could be that. It definitely could be that.
Oh my God, I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
okay.
you go. Dark side of the force. I
Wow.
don't know, but what other possible? He's got a
Well, look,
girlfriend.
yeah,
Maybe he's
yeah.
got a girlfriend.
I mean,
doesn't.
It doesn't. I mean,
You sure about that, or an ex that's maybe lingering?
is he younger?
Nope. Same age.
Same age? See, sometimes with experience, you realize that talking the talk is fun, but you go, I don't want to mess with the person I see at work anymore.
No,
Oh,
that's
that's
what I think it is.
I remember being like in my early 20s, hooking up with people at work, having it go horrifically wrong afterwards. You know, not the night, but it's just like then you're seeing the person at work. And then if I were single and, you know, with the age now, I would definitely be trying to avoid any and all.
That's a really
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
point.
I think that no comedians want to date me, and that's okay. And it makes
I don't know
total
about
sense
that.
because no, I've dated too many of them. I talk too
Have you
openly.
dated too many of them?
Yeah.
Are there? I mean, oh my God! I cannot believe I didn't bring this up. I listened to the entire podcast. The
He
entire
loves
podcast.
this. I know what he's gonna talk
I
about.
brought it up to her. I was like, "You got to check out this podcast." To you and Pete Lee.
Yeah.
I listened to that whole thing.
Wow, that
Yes.
is a ringing endorsement for that podcast. Thank
Dude,
you.
that was because it was such a great
Well,
story.
what's it called so
You're
people can
fucking
find it?
nuts. She is so hardcore with "Don't Cross Me" that
That's
she was
true.
like,
That is true.
and I meant that as a compliment.
No,
Like,
it's true.
She look. Tell us the podcast name so I can.
It was called Keeping Joe is
Yes.
the name of the podcast, and it is like a Comedy Cellar comic. Sam Morril, Joe Mackey, and Liz, who I don't know her last name, but she's the manager at the Comedy Cellar. They have a podcast.
Wasn't
called
Phil
Keeping
on
Joe.
this too?
Phil Hanley as well.
Phil Hanley, who has a new album out, very funny
Yeah.
Canadian guy who
And-
betrayed his country and moved to New York. He was on this too, but it ended up becoming like there's the usual banter, everyone jumping in, having a good time, but it ended up becoming the story. This is why I was so hooked on it. It was the story of Nikki and Pete Lee. And Pete Lee, for people who listen to this show, he's in that documentary, I Need You to Kill, that was filmed where we went to Asia with
Yes.
Chad Daniels and I. We went to Hong Kong. So if you've seen that, that's Pete Lee. He and Nikki, I don't even want to give it away, but they have this great story of meeting and this romance building.
Falling in love.
Yeah. And then when he said, I can't right now, basically, to Nikki, she was like, you're dead to me. And
love
meant it for like over a
11
decade.
years.
Oh my God. And then I love actually, I mean, the great part of the story is that you moved past it and have become friends again.
Yeah.
And you guys seem to like.
He's literally like my best friend, like my most trusted friend, like my person I call when I'm in a jam, like really compassionate and empathetic.
You
And
must have been so in love with him.
I was so in love with him, and then when on the other side, there's a lot of things that happened, but on the other side of the 11 years when we reconnected. We kind of reconnected because we both got single, and he had reached out to be friends, and I was like, I'm not ready. And then I got single, and I was like, oh, we had a pretty good time 11 years ago. So I want to have sex right now. I just got a relationship. I'll call up Pete Lee. Let's rekindle this. He was flying to LA to come like sleep with me, essentially, like for us to like start something.
This is after you've.
Yes,
made up.
11 years later, and we're talking on the phone a lot, and we're reconnecting, and we're both kind of like, this might be something again. And he's flying to LA to see if that's the case. And on his flight, he was sitting next to and met the woman he now lives with and is going to marry. And they just
on
met
the flight.
On the flight.
God,
They just met and were like friendly, and it was fine. Exchanged like Instagram information, but just like the way you do with like a stranger you meet.
Sure.
But they had chemistry, but it wasn't like anything. He was focused on me, but told her all about me and the whole thing. They connected over that because she's a therapist and she was giving him advice about how to deal with me.
What?
He shows up in LA and I go to his hotel. I was living in LA at the time. I got my dogs away for the night because I'm like, Mama's getting laid. Dogs are out for the night. I show up at his place with like my bag.
I love that the dogs have to be gone for you to have sex. Hilarious.
I have my little overnight satchel. I show up at the Roosevelt Hotel where he has a really nice room because we're going to have sex and shack up all weekend. And I get there and I just didn't feel it. I just was like, I don't feel like even kissing, like it just isn't there. Like I love you and you're my, and then we got high, which made it like worse. And I was like, I just have to tell you, like I don't feel this. I feel like such a friend vibe with you, and I'm sorry. And he's like, I feel it too. And I'm like, are you okay if I like still sleep here? Because I don't want to go home because I live in Silver Lake. And so I stayed the night there, slept in the same bed with my noise canceling headphones on, my sleep mask. He had a CPAP machine.
Oh my God.
And we woke up as friends and have been friends ever since. And then that girl, he's going to marry that girl.
Wait, what year did this thing happen?
This happened in October.
This just happened.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Bananas.
So this girl he met on the plane they're now living together.
They're engaged?
They're gonna be like they talk about it. Like it is he met the person he's meant to be
Is she
with.
cool with your guys' friendship?
Yes, she's the cool. I had dinner with them last night. She was texting me this morning about men, and she's like, "I have a new theory for you for something you should try because I think you talk too much." So I was like, "Just shut up." And she's like, "Maybe." Like she has a good point. Like I talk too much.
Wait,
What other comics have you dated? Give us more comic juice.
I just talked about this on Bert's podcast. A lot. Not a lot, but like here's my problem is that like I can't mention some of the ones I've slept with.
Yeah, that's fine.
because
Then don't obviously. I mean, I'm not trying to
they
get that.
cheated on their girlfriends with me, and they're
Okay.
now married to those women. I'm like, don't marry the girl
Don't
you
talk about that then.
Never.
No.
But like I dated Dan Soder for a little bit, and then I also had like a Pete Lee type thing with him where he hurt me, and I really tried to make him feel as bad as I felt.
God, you're so vindictive.
I used to be. I learned from Dan Soder, like I can't do that to anyone ever
okay.
again because what is happening when I am vindictive and like want you to feel my wrath is like I still love you,
Right.
And my love has just turned to the other thing.
Yeah,
of
because
hate.
if you didn't want to do that, it means you don't care.
You're indifferent.
So the second I stopped loving those two men, I didn't want to ruin their lives. I think I loved Pete Lee for a really long time, I guess. Or just like whatever the idea of that was. Because I really was like, oh, I'm going to marry this guy. Like,
That's
and I met
crazy.
him in college. So he gave me my first orgasm, which is the worst thing that could
It's a
have
big deal.
happened. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
a big
give you
deal.
one day.
One day.
Someday.
One day.
Wait till you see what I got planned. That's wild.
It is. And so I think now dating comedians, enough of them have heard the way that I can be if you do cross me.
Oh, there you go.
Well, maybe
and that
that's
also
what it
might
is.
play to this guy, to the
Yeah.
baguette. The baguette might be thinking about it. I'm serious.
I know,
He really
I know.
might be thinking like, I love talking shit with her. I'm attracted to her and this, but like in the back of his mind, he's like, oh, fuck.
Well, and what if
know?
she talks about our experience on her radio show or
Yep.
on a
All that.
podcast? That must be
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's any guy too, because I'm an open book on stage, and they're all scared I'm going to talk about their dicks, and I'm like, unless you
Yeah.
hurt me, I'm not going to come after you in any
But then
way.
they're afraid they don't know what they're gonna do that might hurt you. Maybe
I know that's the
what
thing.
it is.
These guys hurt you when they don't
So wait,
want
why
to.
can't we get you to meet or go out with a non-comic?
Yeah, like,
I've
can we do
tried.
that?
I mean, where do I meet them? I've tried the dating apps, and Raya is the one that's supposed to be a little more selective, and it's just DJs jumping off of yachts. That's what I call it. It's so gross. And like comics are just more interesting.
I know.
You guys get it.
I
Come
know,
on.
I know.
You know, the
And
worst
you
is
know,
actually.
you know what I love what you just said? You go, I enjoy talking shit with you. I'm like, yes, that's
Yeah.
the first
It's-
quality in a
course.
partner that I look for
Well,
is talking shit.
with a
course.
friend, like, we'll hang out with comics forever, and then you go out with like the non-comic couple, and you're like, this is the goddamn worst.
Can't do
Worse.
it.
Yeah, they're like, they're so goddamn boring. They have their shit talking skills are terrible.
Too many boundaries and filters.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
they're
my
too
God.
shocked by things. You're like,
Yeah.
just
Yes.
fucking say it.
And that I talked to Bonnie McFarlane and Rich Voss, same thing. They just talk shit together. That's what they enjoy doing
Yeah.
more than anything,
Yeah,
and they
that's
have each
true.
other for it. Joe List and Sarah Talmash, they make fun of the same people together. Like you have.
It's the real bond.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Well, you're united by what you hate. I
That's
think
right.
that's,
Yes.
especially with comedians, we're so shitty. Like we need to be talking about that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yes.
I just remember
I
too
like
that you guys butt fucked Clay together on
Oh
your
yeah.
show.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. On your show,
Sorry,
not
I made
safe.
you do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
butt
are
fucked a
troopers.
thing.
You guys
That's
were
right.
so nice.
Like I had just had our baby, the first kid. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's so funny.
Oh,
Well, we have to find you. Well, how about a writer? Like somebody who's maybe stand up adjacent,
yeah.
but not in stand
Writers
up.
don't want to they don't like to fuck.
Is that right?
Like I don't know. That's what I'm like. Like I feel like I need a guy who kind of wants. I don't know. Like writers to me are always like a comedy writer. Like I've never met a comedy writer that I'm like that guy would throw me up against a wall and like choke me a little bit. Like
yeah, they're not weird enough.
yeah.
By the
We
way,
need someone
Oh my
weird.
God.
this
Please.
is the infamous
Please.
this is the infamous jacket that I lost. I lost this jacket,
it's such a
and I
bummer.
made such a big stink about it because I love that jacket.
It was that's such a. You can get another jacket like that.
I did. I ended up buying it,
Okay,
but it
good.
wasn't the same. So you had just given birth?
We just had Ellis about
Yeah.
maybe 3 months ago.
Looks like
3
I
months
just gave
before.
birth too.
I think we both ate our way through that first pregnancy.
This was a lot of fun. Do you know that
Jeez, that
this
was
couple
a
right
fun
here in
show.
the back, these two?
Yeah.
They do porn. They do porn.
Of
that
course
right?
they
Yeah.
do. That
so
doesn't.
that yeah, like they were like, I don't know, they kept trying to throw in comments, and I was always like, hey man,
We get it. You're cool
yeah,
with this.
Yeah, and then
You're
he,
very
like,
cool with
he
this.
was like, I do this all the time, and I was like, you do what? It was like during one of the breaks. He's like, well, we do porn. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
You know, it's got to be hard in New York City to meet dudes because there's so many like models just walking down the street in New York City.
I would love to date a model.
Do it. They
male
like to
Love
fuck.
models.
They fuck
I
good.
love models. I'm not hot enough for models. They can fuck other
What?
models. It's just I'm
No.
not. I do all right. I'm a fine looking lady, but I ain't a 10. And they only bang 10s.
The models?
Yeah, model guys who are 10s, they're not gonna bang a comedy 9. That's what I am. I know it. And it's so like I can do pretty well for myself, but like I do love I just love a fucking like a model, like a dumb hot guy.
There's so
Yeah?
many.
And someday right now I'm talking about like if you have herpes and you like feel really insecure about that, I'm willing to like sleep with you and possibly get it.
Wow.
I don't
got
have it, but I'm willing to get it.
I got one for you.
If
What
you're hot
about-
enough.
What about an athlete? Amazing
Would love
bodies.
it. Would love it.
Not smart, not too smart.
Love it. Yes, please.
Now, here's the thing, too. You have a fucking pipeline to start sampling the goods.
Dude,
Just start having them booked on the show.
I know. I've had guys on the show that I'm like, I want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Why aren't you
doing this.
booking hot dudes that you want to bang?
Look,
That's
here,
the
we're
key.
about to go into camp for the Jets and the Giants.
Okay.
They're all in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell your producer, like, first of all, bring up the fucking roster so you can see, like, what they look like.
Brilliant.
And then see the rookies, be like, oh, bring in this 21-year-old fucking, totally yoked guy with money
Yes.
who'll fucking buy you dinner. and just sample them. You know.
Oh my
Bring
God,
them on the
that's
show.
Such a good idea.
And they're gonna be like, show business. Wow, these mics are crazy.
Yeah,
right?
they'll be very enticed
yeah.
by the whole thing.
Totally going
They
into
get to go
XM
up.
Sirius,
It's such a big deal. You're right.
Yeah.
I can look really cool and
Totally.
I'm gonna start doing that. Like I
You're
think
like, you have
people are
your
gonna-
world, I have my world, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I got to train, baby. And you're like, I got to go to my.
It's so funny because my co-host Tom Takar like knows when I'm bringing in a guy that I'm just into. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, but you gotta, yeah, I got
Of course, you got to. Yes.
But if men did that, they would be so creepy, and everyone would hate them and talk about it. But like
they do it anyway.
they do,
Yeah, they
yeah.
do it anyway. That's
You
what
just
guys
do it under
David
the.
Letterman used to flirt all the time with women on his show.
I know,
That was, like,
definitely.
one of the things.
But it was
he
kind of
did.
charming. I
It
mean,
was.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea.
By the way, so I wanted to show you. This is the guy that was in our class. Can you read this first sentence?
Wait, hold on. Let me put on my glasses.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Michael McIntyre.
Is an English comedian, actor, and TV presenter. In
And?
2012, he was reported to be the highest gross comedian in the world.
In the world.
That was your New Faces guy?
Yes. Well, he did New Faces with it.
5 years after hanging out with us, he was the highest. Who is he?
Dude, this is him. And hold on, let me show you this.
How is
Does it have the he did okay, yeah, look. In 2009, 2 years after New Faces, he performed to 500,000 people just in the UK on a record-breaking 6 nights at Wembley Arena and 4 at the O2 Arena.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
That's 50,000 people a night. That is insane.
In 2012, his UK tour included 71 arena dates, 700,000
How is
people.
someone like this?
10 nights at the O2.
The O2 is like where U2 plays.
Yeah, and he made 21 million pounds, which is like, let's say closer to $40 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy's like Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I remember I found out about this a couple years ago because I was like, oh, there was this guy. He was annoying.
it.
He was backstage doing
He was
like,
annoying.
leg kicks, and we were like, will you fucking relax?
He was annoying.
Yeah, and he ended up being. And then they like when you look up his stuff, it's like has him performing for the royal family and just wild shit, man.
This is insane
Yeah.
that this is what makes me realize that fame doesn't mean fucking anything because
Yeah.
like how can this person be so famous and I have and I'm tuned in, I'm plugged in and I have no idea who he is.
It's really weird when it's in comedy because sometimes
Yes.
I'll pull up I don't know some Twitter Instagram thing and it'll be like something Zendaya. I'm like, who the fuck's Zendaya?
Sure.
And then you go to it and it's like 19 million followers. You're like, I can't believe I don't know somebody that
Yeah.
well. But then in comedy to have somebody that you're like, I do this, I'm in this world and I don't know this guy. I had to try to find his name.
So I cannot believe those stats.
It's crazy. That's real. It is like Kevin Hart shit, you know?
It is.
Yeah. And
And
I
we
feel like he probably just does the UK.
Yeah.
This guy probably never comes over here.
Would you be happy doing that? Like just being famous in like one small country? Or like
I don't know.
I mean like
I wouldn't want to do I mean he's British and he's doing it at home. I wouldn't want to be the US guy that's in one part of the world cuz I like being in the States. you
yeah,
know?
that's what I mean though. Like but I guess we just can't relate to what it feels like to want to
No.
be American famous because that's what they do want that.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole globe they used to.
That's true.
Now
Right.
we're kind of a joke,
Yeah,
but do you realize that like we're becoming like people
Well-
used to want to be us and now
Yeah,
it's
more and
turning the other way where it's like that wacky nation.
It's turning, yeah, it's definitely
I didn't realize that. I'm like, oh yeah, we're not like cool anymore.
No, it's
Maybe
every
we are.
I don't know. It's every day it's a little weirder. And I've said this before on this podcast is like there comes a point where I don't feel like I'm in it. I feel like I'm just an observer of what's
Yeah.
going on.
I've taken
And,
that.
Yeah, I'm just like this is wild shit, man. So
I was just I don't march. I don't do enough. I don't call congressmen. I've done it before, but like I'm not doing it currently.
no.
Are you talking about the world and just letting it?
and just like whatever.
Can I tell you, since we got kids too, especially, I don't give a fuck about the world. I used to really care.
Wait a second. That's what everyone says. You start caring about the world.
No, I don't give a shit. I give
Oh,
a
I
shit
love
even
this.
less. Yeah, I used to care when I was single and I had free time in here in the thinky part, and I would like think about issues and women's stuff. And now I'm like, I don't have fucking time. I'm just trying to keep people alive. I'm just trying to make
Yes.
sure there's groceries. Maybe I'll think about a joke a bit, maybe something on Twitter. But for the most part, I'm more apathetic now.
That is interesting.
Yeah, all I think about actually is ways to keep my son away from people. And just shelter him from the horrible world.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't want to change it. I want someone else to change it. That's for
Yes.
younger people.
Yes, you're trying to work on him.
Just
You
trying to
can't
send him
work
to
on
private school. Yeah.
It really becomes your whole life, though.
Just
Because
insulating him.
I have like an insecurity about not having interesting hobbies, you know? Because you see people doing
Oh, my
all these
God.
cool things, and you're like, I want to do cool things.
Yeah.
But I don't know which cool thing I want to do. What can I get involved in? And then it's like, well, I have this career that I have to put time into. And then, you know, you tour and all this and you do spots and then there's this and then you go, that eats up a huge portion of time and energy.
That's it.
And then you're like,
Sleep.
What else do I do? It's like, well, you sleep. You're like, well, my family, I have this wife and soon to be 2 kids.
Yeah.
So that consumes a certain amount of time. Then it's like, well, when am I going to get into fucking skydiving? You know, like
You're not.
Yeah, that's it. You're
There's
not.
no time for racquetball in your life.
I work out, and then I basically figured out that I like cars.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
I'm
cool.
either like,
that means something.
yeah, it's like that's my interest.
That's
and
a
then I
fucking
go-
hobby.
It is a hobby.
But then you know
yeah.
what? Your kids will be old in a blink. Like they'll be
true.
10 or 11 or 12, and they'll be off with their friends, and
And then you can relax.
you can
and do
jack
it.
your dick all day on your fucking yacht, doing whatever
Yeah.
you want to do.
Have a yacht in this
on your
scenario?
golf course or whatever.
But like, what's the goal? Like, you guys have this. I feel like this life is my goal. Like your house and like this.
Suburban dreams.
Like, it seems like you guys are like kind of killing it. Like, what more could you want? Like, what more do you want? Literally, I'm asking you. Like, what more do you want? What could you see yourself like? You want to be able to send your kid to private school.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
even
why-
career wise,
Yeah.
this is it. Like I feel like I'm at a level. I'm so content.
Yes, like you don't
Just want to do stand up.
you don't want like to be like you'd like maybe a little bit more like what more do we want? Like, do we want more fame? Do we want more people liking us so
No.
we can sell out more and make more money to
Maybe
achieve
a little
what?
more
Well,
of that.
Little more money.
Yes.
A little more ticket sales.
But then that means more money. So obviously you want
Yeah.
more money.
More
So
mo-
what do you want more money for?
More money's Here's what money's great for: freedom, choices, options. That's
Yeah.
all it is. I don't need a handbag. I don't give a fuck about stuff.
Well, what's something that you can think of right now besides like so college
Yeah.
education and your child's
Yeah,
pre-college?
Summers in Tahiti.
Yeah, vacations.
Or-
That's all I want is to be able to afford food, vacations, take care of the people I love,
Yeah.
and boom, we're done.
And medical stuff, like
And
never
yeah.
having to think about like, oh my god, I have a cavity, I can't afford to get
Yeah.
that taken care of.
Yep.
Like just having your needs met and not having to worry about money, I think is success. But
then-
never having to think about money is success.
But is there a cap on that though?
No,
like, is there a
here's the
cap?
thing,
I
there-
don't think there ever is.
There isn't a cap, and here's the thing that happens: the more that you experience and achieve success-wise, the more that the taste is there for wanting more of it
Yeah.
and enjoying it, and you get roped into it's basically a competitive part of you comes alive because you realize you're here and you always know. And I've found this to be true for people at every level. Sometimes you don't realize it, but I've had the conversations and I know they all are aware that you go, what did I do? I sold 5,000 tickets in this thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then you know that somebody sold 8,000 tickets.
Yep.
And then you think about that person as the next rung of success.
Yep.
They are aware of who sold 12,000 tickets.
Never
and it
ends.
becomes
Never
this- it
ends
never
until
ends.
you're Michael McIntyre.
Yeah.
Selling out the O2 Arena
But here's
10 shows in a row.
They don't chill either. I mean,
not-
Kevin
yeah.
Hart is the least chilling guy who
yeah.
should be just coasting, right? And he's like, I got to do this. I got my app.
Well, that's why they got that far is
That's right.
because it's never going to be enough.
never
and
enough.
I just want it to be enough at some point. Like
Yes.
I want rolling up here and like first of all, I showed up at Bert's house and I'm like, I want this life. And then I show up here, I'm like, there's a little bit more room. I'm like, I want that. You guys don't have chickens, which I would have liked, but I'm like, no, this is what I want. It's a little more tucked away. It's like more spread out. There's like, I just was walking up and I go, yeah, I just want a gate where someone goes, who is it? And then it just opens and your friend walks in and sees your
we want a
Porsche.
moat. We want to even more get away.
Well,
Don't
Yeah.
look over here.
But here's the thing, though, because I have the same thought, and I go, the one thing that I don't think I'm like really torn by this and falling apart.
No.
But I do want. I feel like I would really love to be at that point where I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Like I do enjoy it, but
Yeah.
that I'm not like, how can I make this better, more? You know, how
You
can
will never be that way, Tom.
Yeah,
I don't think you will.
To make it more? Sorry, what
like
do you
I'm
mean?
always like, why aren't we doing, moving up in whatever?
Oh God, it's got to be enough at some point. It has to.
When's it enough? That's what I'm saying.
You know what my game is now is more, not more, but I want long. I'm trying to think of ways to lengthen what we can do. You know?
Oh yeah, of course.
I want,
that's good.
Yeah, I want to do stand up like George Burns when he's like 100 fucking years old.
Yeah.
Or Don Rickles. I want to be able to have that longevity of
The
stand-up.
longevity is
That's
what you like really strive for and respect the most.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
once
or
you
Carlin,
have some, you experience some success, you're like, oh my God, this person's been doing that for 25 years.
Yeah.
How do they do that? I think about that all the time.
That's my game.
I also think it's good that like our success has come incrementally, like slow and steady, not the rocket ship thing.
Yeah, you have
which
the kind
is-
of success where people go, you know what, you deserve this. Do you hear that a lot? People
Sometimes,
love
yeah,
to say
sometimes,
that, and
sometimes,
it's almost like a little bit insulting. Like,
yeah.
like they're like, you've worked hard enough to like actually get this. I've
That's
heard that a
true.
lot too, where I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
say it to people too. But like, I think they're meaning
You've
like,
been around and you've done the work.
yes,
Yeah.
you deserve that. And
Yeah.
it's
But
like,
isn't there something revolting about the comic who doesn't do the work and then they get this bump and then everyone fucking hates them and they all know
But
it,
I
and
always
it's
tell
terrible.
people when that person is coming up and everyone's talking shit about them, I go, unless they're talented, it won't last.
Exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
so don't worry about it. Don't
worry-
waste
I
your
know.
breath on these people. But the thing is, and this is circling back to like why comedians probably don't want to date me, is like I'm not going anywhere. I will be doing this the rest of my life because I do have an insatiable hunger for this career and what
and
and
the
I want to be.
fulfillment and the success.
And I'm
of it,
addicted
yeah.
to it. And
Yeah.
you are too. We'll know each other. Us three will be running into each other as long as we live. Because we are never going to retire.
No.
Isn't that insane?
No. Wait, I just had a random thought and I have to share it before it leaves my brain
Go.
because I have a human sucking life out of me. I will never forget. We were at some fucking dog shit contest in Michigan. Dr. Grens or some fucking dog shit.
That was a devastating weekend for
What the
me.
fuck? Well, hold on. Before you say anything, I will never. And this comes in my head every time I'm in the shower and I'm washing my asshole. And you go,
no.
Oh my
and
God.
you were telling some joke, and you go, and I had these butt hairs in my hand, and they were like daddy long leg spider.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the joke? And I can't remember the joke.
I talk about shaving my asshole and like, or like, when you shave your vagina, you can be like, I think the joke was like I can never show like enough restraint to not just bick at all. Like I'm always like, I'll leave a little, and then it's like cutting your bangs where you just keep going, and then you're like, I have some spiky bullshit hanging because I couldn't just have any. But with your vagina, you start in the front, and then you go, I'll get the middle, and then pretty soon you're doing the back. Which when you do the back, it's so easy and it doesn't hurt as much. You can just kind of your butt
I've
is
done
like
it. Done it.
you
yeah.
just go scrape, done, and then you look at the thing and you're like, how are these so long? Did I sit on a nest of daddy long legs? That was the line.
That's what it is.
They're just like these long, scraggly hairs back there, and
But
then
Isn't that an apt? I mean, I don't know if men's butt hair is the same, but that's exactly what they look like. Or
Yes.
daddy long
a
leg.
nest of daddy
Yeah.
long legs.
I have
Oh, it's
beautiful
been in my
butt
head
hair.
for like a decade.
Oh, you do? Just
Yeah.
like
It's horrendous. His
I
asshole,
remember
everything is horrendous.
Peter.
Horrendous.
I was in 8th grade and I was spending at this. I forget his last name. Peter, I forget it was with an S. And as a, we're just being dickheads. And I turn around and I bent over and I spread my ass cheeks.
Oh my
right?
God.
And I turn around and he goes, "Do you sometimes just shit hair?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "That is the most
It's so hairy.
hair." Yeah, it really is like just.
It
a
still
nest.
is.
Yeah.
Because every now and then
It's like
he'll
a forest.
bend over and spread it to like try to horrify me, and I'm like, it's been
Sure.
15 years. Like I'm not phased.
Yeah.
And
She won't even put a finger in there.
no,
No.
because it's too hot. It's too gamey. I'm terrified.
there's
I'm terrified.
so much hair. Like, if you have diarrhea, does it get like
I
stuck?
can't even
Well,
imagine.
Like, do you have to do? You have wipes
We have
for sure.
We have
No
bidets.
bidets.
So
Oh,
it's just
okay.
press the button.
But
I
your
let it
whole
run.
life, though, has it just been like scraping
It's
shit?
it's a mess. It is a mess.
Is it like
it's
Nutella?
it'd be like if I took frosting and just rubbed it in
Yeah.
your head, and I was like, here, here's a piece of tissue, get it out, like that. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, and you'd be like, I keep wiping my head, but it's still there. I'd be like, no shit, it's a lot of hair on your head.
But the bidet is the only thing that's helped.
The bidet is the best thing ever.
Yeah, you got to get
Really?
greatest.
get a
Yeah,
washlet. It's like a
that's
thing you
my-
put on your toilet.
I mean, you just have
Okay.
a warm stream.
yeah.
Just
I was just
endless.
talking about this because I like anal sex and like.
Oh my god!
Yeah, she was big into this. I remember this.
Yeah, I do like it, and it's not like something.
You even said. I remember you said, without planning, you're like, I like the random. Just go.
I don't
for it.
like it random, but sometimes like when I'm having like kind of BDSM type sex with my ex-boyfriend, where he'd be like, "You're gonna do this now," like he could go like, "I'm gonna fuck you in the ass," and I'd be like. No, I don't think you should. Like, he knew when my no was like, no, this isn't a good time. And then he would back down. But sometimes I'd be like, I don't know. And sometimes I'd be like, we'll see. Because we got to the point where I shit on him a couple times. Like, if it happens, it happens.
Must.
Yeah. You're like, fucking grow up, man.
And so he knew the risk. And so if he wanted to, I'd be like, okay, well, let's see. And then, yeah. But
maybe
like,
the baguette knew this, The baguette was like.
I would never let the baguette F me in the ass. I don't know why I've just suddenly become clean. I would not anytime soon. Like, I'd need to be in a committed, trusting relationship.
Yeah, because that is exactly what you need: commitment and trust to let someone in your butthole.
Yeah, it's really it's like it's next level. Like, that's why I love it. It's like so insane to be like, you're in my ass right now. Like, we would sometimes like look at each other during it. Like, I'm disgusting. It's kind of fun.
I don't know if I can. I don't know. I'm so afraid of it, Nikki. I'm so afraid of my butthole.
If you're not like, my whole point is though, and I do a whole bit about this in my dumb act, but like, it doesn't hurt. Like, it hurts as much as like a good shit feels. And like, I'm talking about a good shit where you're like, yes, like those like orgasmic shits. That's the way it feels. It's great.
But I don't like shitting that much.
Oh, I do.
That's the
I think I have. I think
no, she's lying.
No, I like talking about shitting. I like. Here's why I don't enjoy shitting because it's a relief from the pain of having to shit. No. So relief isn't the same as joy, in my opinion. It's just relief.
Okay, that's a good point.
Like,
yeah.
Hold on, you're knocking this camera.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's our bad.
It's relief from suffering. Therefore, it's not just pure joy.
Yeah.
Now, burping, I enjoy farts. That's
but
fun.
those, there's like once a month, don't you get that shit that makes your eyes cross and your toes curl? And there's an orgasm feeling to it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know that everyone has.
Yes, you do.
No,
I know what you're talking about, sister. I definitely know.
Where if I could bottle it, I would have that shit every day because it literally is hitting whatever you're. It's hitting a G spot.
And there's nerves that are stimulated.
Yeah,
and you
feels real good.
Sit and think about it afterwards. You're like, that was something.
But can I ask you in all real talk? I mean, look, Tom and I are very open with each other. But I would be afraid of shitting on his dick and balls. I think that might be a real.
I think but that's.
I'm weirded out.
I think that's the main thing. I think we need to talk about that more than anything because I think a lot of girls will say, I don't want to do it because it hurts. And I'm like, you're just scared of shitting on someone. And that's okay because that is the truth. And it's terrifying. And guess what? It will happen if you do it enough. And there's two ways it can go. When I shit on my boyfriend the first time that I shit on him, and we had done it a couple times before then, and I thought I was like, I guess
I'm pro. Yeah,
I don't do it. It goes away for some reason for me when I have anal sex. Like I was lucky and I got cocky. And then one time we were doing it, and it was devastating. It was like I was just starting to fall in love with him. We're like getting this relationship off the ground, and I shit on this guy.
Can you tell me how much shit we're talking about?
Yeah, like
not a lot. Not a lot.
Like, a little kind of falls out.
Like, no, because I don't know from his angle, but from what I can experience, it's like when you like if I go to wipe after it's happened, it's like a first wipe after a pretty clean shit. Just like a little
after
bit, like
clean shit.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a little. There's lube involved, so it's like made it a little bit more, but it's not like dark.
It wasn't a big log with mounds.
It's Santorum. It's Santorum.
Yes. It's exactly that.
It's a little brown swirled in with lube.
Yes, but sometimes there can be a little bit more, and it can like it.
Is it chunky or is it like
there's
like
different
Nutella?
I think it's different kinds. Like it's happened to me enough that like there's been different. There's never been a whole log.
On that first one though, when you notice like when it's apparent, is he out of you?
I didn't notice first. He did because it just felt good to me because it felt like shitting.
Right.
Anal sex feels like shitting. So the whole time I think I'm shitting. I just assume I'm shitting.
See, I don't like that, and I don't. That would make me feel very out of control. The whole time I'd be like, oh my god, am I shitting? Am I shitting? Am I shitting?
Makes
am
it
I shitting?
Fun.
I don't
I'm
like
a sick
that.
bitch. I don't know.
See, that's what I don't.
I would love to not worry about shitting. I don't know if that is kind of the fun of it, but
take me back to this magic moment.
Okay, so he is behind me.
Yeah.
I'm on the bed, and I remember he stops. There's a scent. That's where you first know.
Yeah.
And it's not even like shit. I swear to God, there's just like, it's just, it's like smells like sex, but like a little bit grosser.
Yeah.
And you're
but
just
you're
like, and
paralyzed with fear. Are you like?
But I wasn't like, oh, that smells like shit. That's me. Like, if anything, it was just like, that's a weird, different smell that I haven't smelled before. And then when he stops, that's when it's like, because I think when this has happened, they try to keep going and maybe get over it, and maybe just come and call the night.
Won't
But like they're just grossed out, as they should be, because there's shit on their dick or the condom or whatever you're using. And he stopped, and I remember he said, Glaze. He called me Glaze because he goes, there's been an incident. I think he said there's been an incident, and I was like, oh no. And he's like, it's totally fine. And this is where I fell in love with him, because he was so nice to me.
How does my asshole smell, huh?
Exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And so I just remember him being like, it's okay. And I'm like, and this is a guy who doesn't like poop jokes, doesn't like fart jokes, like doesn't really toilet humor, like really like made him uncomfortable.
Who are these people?
He just grew up in a house where it just wasn't okay, and so he just didn't like it. So I thought, this is the end of us. He's seen me shit.
Yeah.
He's never gonna speak to me again. So I wind up in his shower, just like in there, traumatized. I literally was like, I gotta kill myself. Like, I can't see him again. Like, this is off. Like, I have to like sneak out of here somehow. And I remember he came into the, like, after a couple minutes, he came and he was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I am so embarrassed. I can't look at you. And he just like held me and was like, listen, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. I know that. And he was like, listen, we signed up for this.
Right.
And I was like, thank you for that. Was the nicest thing you could say in this moment, because it took he took some responsibility as well, which was really meant a lot to me. And then we went back to his room, and I was like, what am I going to find there? He had changed it. Everything had been changed. Like, nothing happened. And we never talked about it again until like the next time it happened. And the next time it happened. Like, every single time, though, he just handled it so perfectly and didn't make me feel gross or weird, and still was into doing it again down the line.
What a gentleman.
He is a gentleman. Now, how about that night? Was he like, hey, this dick's not going to come on its own? Like, are you going to fucking finish me
I
off?
think we were done. I think he was probably done. Like, if he would have been down, I'm always down. So
Jesus, Tom. He's worried about the orgasm.
That's of course what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask you one other medical kind of question though?
Yes, I
Fuck
don't know.
my stoma. Is doesn't the poop juice then kind of go into your vag? Like, wouldn't that be kind of an infection concern?
Yeah, that's why you clean up. But I mean, like, doesn't poop juice when you're shitting kind of maybe creep down to your vag?
Not with the bidet. That's the thing. Is I
But you didn't have a bidet your whole life.
No, but
Missy.
you wipe front to back. So
Yes.
you get the poo poo goes away from your vag.
So like, say there's some poop juice in your vag, you just like go after sex. You go to you go wash.
Yeah,
it
I see.
off.
You basically you have to shower after is what you're saying.
Yeah,
you don't want to just go about your day.
No.
Now, does it widen or loosen your asshole? That's another concern of mine.
No.
It goes back.
It does not at all, and that would
goes
be a
back.
huge concern of mine. Not in any way.
It hasn't affected your dutes so that you make bigger browns.
Nope. There's just been some cum in there sometimes.
It comes out of your butthole.
Because
yeah.
It's in there and it doesn't.
See, because my understanding is that the anus is different than the vagina. Like a vagina, you can put a human out of you, and then the muscles are such that they come back. But in your asshole,
She's also not doing anal every day.
No, it is definitely special occasions. But you're right. Like, I could see that.
I mean, does it
concern.
tear? I'm just concerned that the muscles won't, come back.
The thing is, you don't do it like you use a lot of lube, and generally your asshole, like, I find it relaxes if you're like already coming in other way. Like if you're already turned on down there, like you've seen enough porn where girls are gaping. You get it.
Yeah. You want 2 dicks in that?
Just put it in there. Let's quit debating.
Okay.
Quit debating. That's our favorite clip. He's like, quit debating. Just put it in there. Shit.
Fucking do it already. So I got an idea for Nikki is, she's looking for the right place to meet a guy. What about joining a whole new group of people, seeing if you can meet somebody cool there? You know. Is that not
Addicted to pony play.
I hate these type of people.
Pony play allows me to indulge in the pretend play that all of us came to know and love as a child, and it's kind of taboo as an adult.
All of us?
What
No,
if
not me.
a man of your dreams is doing this right now?
There's no way.
It could be.
There is no way would I ever. I need to watch this immediately.
Oh, yeah. She's going to go tell her aunt right now.
Why?
Look at
Why?
her.
Why do you have
Her
to
aunt's
tell
like-
anybody?
No one needs to tell
Nobody needs
No
to
one.
know.
I've never been like, I gotta tell my
know.
aunt that.
That I butt
We're
fuck or
always
whatever.
talking about
Yeah.
this. How just fucking do it and don't tell anybody.
tell anybody.
Like there's like I gotta come out, tell my dad that I'm bi. Why?
What?
He doesn't need to
He's
know.
70. He doesn't need to know.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know how you come or what makes you come.
My God,
It's Dad,
so hilarious.
in case you were wondering about what makes me come, it's guys and girls, and I like when their pits smell. Is when I get the hardest. Your dad's like, "That's nice. I'm gonna have a Diet Coke." What the fuck, man? Stop telling him
Yeah.
that shit.
Well, it's because the snowflake culture. Everybody needs to be proud of themselves right now.
That is such a good point. Like none of these people need to know.
They never need to know.
But everybody has to feel good about themselves now, right?
Oh.
Everyone's got to celebrate whatever weird
Yeah.
shit they're into.
Yep. That's
Just
so
be weird
funny.
and shut the fuck up about it.
I know.
Like the good old days.
Be weird on your fucking own.
No, don't tell everybody.
Why is my chair sinking?
Is
Oh, because I might be broken.
That
Oh,
was
really?
so funny.
That's
that was
weird.
like a ghost. Like
that is weird.
I think you have to stand up to.
I don't mind it. I like being lower
Okay.
now. I'm fine.
Oh my God. Let's see
Not
if
into these
let's see how the
assholes.
aunt reacts.
Yeah.
She looks super upset about it.
And what did she think this was gonna be?
Oh, fucking Christ.
Wow.
When Nicole came around the corner, I was thinking, holy cow.
No,
Boy
oh,
horse.
shit.
I thought it looked pretty ridiculous.
Oh God.
You know, I'm into role play. This is basically just the next step in the evolution for me.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, why does your aunt, of all people, need to know your role play? Your aunt?
Yeah, she doesn't need to know. That's the main thing, is that she absolutely doesn't need to know.
I just wanted you to be aware that this is kind of what I do and it's part of my life.
Okay.
It's like looking at the Joker. Wow.
When I'm actually engaging in it, I wear a bit as well. And these are real
Cool.
stainless
I
steel
hate
bits that
her.
are designed
So
for
do I.
horses.
Well, thanks for telling me. Like, why are you telling her?
This is like a mind bend. Wow.
I probably will need your help a little bit getting this on.
Oh, that's why.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna have to move your mane. This looks painful. Looks like a torture chamber. Nicole?
What? Does she get wet from doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can she like orgasm from like being in that out in the
Yes.
stables?
Yes.
God, I would
Yes.
love if something that easy I could come that easily.
It'd be great, right?
Just like for me, I feel like
Wait, this isn't easy.
I know,
This
but
is
that's
so
easier than what I'm
elaborate.
doing. I am like all I
This is
have is
way
masturbation
elaborate.
right now, and it is not working.
It's elaborate for you?
Ugh, I'm a one-man band. I have 3 different toys, and none of them are working anymore. I'm like, that's why the other night I was like, I just need to have sex. Like, I give up.
Yeah, you need a human at some point.
And the baguette didn't come through.
Yeah, but don't you sense that this bitch over here is telling her aunt to get a reaction from the
Yes.
aunt? She's doing it to. It's like it's almost vindictive. Like here, look at what I do, and here's the bit. Help
And the
me.
aunt
Like,
is being cool about it, and she's
like,
like, just
okay.
like, wow, this is how I am. And the aunt's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, but you're like, you got to know that this is like me.
This is me.
Yeah, I
Mom.
accept
yeah.
you.
Yeah, and she's like, okay.
And you notice she
Great.
started with the aunt because the parents are not going to have the same like, hey, I need to help you with your mane and move it out of the way. That's why she went to the aunt first.
What is this show? My Strange Addiction? Is that what it is? Or My Strange...
This is from, here it is. Yeah, it's Pony Play, the newest.
My Strange
Da-da-da-da.
Addiction,
It
probably,
is?
because
Yeah.
it's addicted to Pony
Addicted
Play.
to, yeah.
I mean, these shows are so incredible. The addicted
Oh,
things,
yeah.
the girls that like eat.
I'll tell you the different gaits. The Spanish fork, which is a high step.
She's talking with
like
her
this.
fucking bit in your
There's
mouth.
also a trot. which
She's
is
trotting for her aunt.
basically
Okay.
That face.
Oh
That face.
my God.
You know, right now, like that face is like, I remember when she was 7 and
Yeah.
I told her
Yeah.
that I'd bring her a gift the next day because I had forgotten to buy her a birthday.
And it was a My Little Pony.
Yeah.
And
it's
I
just-
set her on this course.
and
It's
she's
all
like,
me.
How did I ruin my niece? We're obsessed with the show Lost in Transition, which we were talking about.
What's that?
Oh my God. It's a
dear.
TLC
Here we
show.
go.
All about people transitioning
Yes,
to
but like
genders?
you
Yep.
jump in in a relationship where like they've been together 20 years, have kids,
no.
and then the guy's like, I'm a woman, and the woman's like, I'm sorry, what? And then you go through the transition.
Whoa.
It is so fascinating that like I can't stop. I cannot stop.
TLC makes some good shit.
Yeah.
And I will be checking that show out.
Here's
Is it really emotional?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a lot
really
of
well
fat
done.
people stuff too, like fat and
Oh yeah, they have
old,
a
fat
old
and,
and
fat and
they
little.
no, not transition. They have other
Fat
shows
and
like
small.
I'm fat and black. I'm fat.
Oh, like the 600-pound life? Isn't that A&E?
Yeah.
Is that TLC?
No, that's
maybe. I think
TLC
it's-
too.
I love that show.
Yeah.
What a sad fucking show that was.
Their
Yeah,
skin
that's
show,
good.
I can only watch one of. They have a show just
about skin surgery.
just about skin
Yep.
surgery from people who have already lost like 300, 400, 500
Right.
pounds, and you see like crazy skin stuff going on. It's a tough watch, but it was
My
pretty
friend
good.
had that skin surgery done, and she
Really?
has to and she's a super hot lady, and no guy ever sees it coming, and she has to give a talk to them before they get naked. And I'm like, you got to stop with this talk.
Has she done the skin surgery?
Yeah, she has. She has a seam running up her leg, all through her crotch, down her other leg, like an inseam. She
So
has
she
a literal,
was huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Wow.
she lost over 100 pounds and is like a smoking hot babe now, and you would never ever know.
And she tells them, how do they react? Pretty well.
Always well,
Yeah.
but she's always like a little bit nervous to give the talk, and I was like, you can stop giving that talk. I feel like she was like, I think they see it and they wonder, and it's like, well, then have them ask, like, what are they gonna go like, whoa, and like,
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't know. What do you feel? Like, would you,
About-
if you were about to hook up with a girl and you got her clothes off and she has crazy ass scars, would you say something? Would you be like, why didn't she say something?
No, I think I would. I mean, it's almost like that she's at that point being like, do you want to bring? I guess if it's really about her. If
Or a guy. I mean, like the same with us.
I
Like,
think you should tell, just because then you take the shock out of the moment.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude, I have this weird thing.
Well, I think
No
guys with
biggie.
micro penises should give a heads up.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
I don't think they do. I don't know any story of any friend of mine who's ever encountered one where the guy's been like, "Hey, I just want to let you know." It's like, why not do that?
Didn't
Because
you had one.
Not a micro penis, just a very small petite penis.
Yeah.
In college, yeah, but I don't know. if
Did you get a heads
they're-
up? You didn't get a
no,
heads up. No.
But I don't know if they're necessarily aware of how small they are.
Well,
Do
the
you know what I
micro
mean?
penis knows.
they have
micro
to be.
does.
Yeah, they have to know. If I had like a crazy big vagina, I guess that's what a micro penis would.
I feel like maybe
having.
the crazy big dongs should probably say something too, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like they're like, hey, just so you know, this could rearrange the whole way everything works for you.
I feel like you should give people a heads up on everything. Like, I got really saggy tits.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited when you see the bra come off. It's not that great. I
Yeah.
got this thing going, that thing going.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I had a fucked up puss in some way, like if I would warn the guy.
Yeah,
And,
right?
I think I would.
courtesy
I would say
call.
something if my dong was extreme in any way. I think so.
I used to
You know
think
why?
my
Because
vagina was.
I'd be so nervous that it's going to be the deal breaker. It's like she's pointing out that scar because she has some insecurity
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, and she's like, "Look, let's just put it out of the way right now," which I think is a very kind of nice thing to
I think
do.
I think it is nice, but I feel like I don't know that it's necessary. But I would probably do it too. Now that I think about it, but
Yeah,
like,
what if you had a crazy vag?
like I used to think my vagina was like fucking disgusting because I
Why?
have I don't have one of those like little petite I have labia, like I have visible fucking labia, and it's not like a nightmare, which I've seen some
Yeah.
I've done enough searches where it's like it can be worse,
It can be
or
worse, sure.
quote unquote worse, whatever you want to.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't have a porn little paper cut of a pussy.
Right,
It's
right.
like there's things
There's
down there.
It's meaty.
Yeah.
Yes, it's meaty. And I used to it's why I didn't have sex till I was 21. Like I was terrified that a guy would
Jesus.
touch it and be like throw up on me and be like, "You're disgusting."
Did you
Tell all his
really?
friends. Oh yeah, because do you want to know why? How it started? Dane Cook, harmful if swallowed, does a bit about going down on a girl with long labia, and he says it's like getting caught in the stage curtains of his high school. It's this funny bit.
Yeah.
And everyone in the audience like it killed, and it was the first time that I was like, wait a second, what is he talking about? And then I kind of looked into it, and I was like, oh, I'm disgusting, and people would laugh at me, and guys would
Fucking
talk about me.
Dane Cook.
I've talked to him about this bit because I wrote a piece up for Cosmo about my vagina and how I used to hate it, and I came to like accept it, not love it, but be like, oh, this is what it is, and I've never had a complaint. You clean it and you share it with people, and they're psyched. But But Dane like reached out to me after because I called him out in the thing, being like, it was the first time that I realized, oh, I have a disgusting vagina, according to some men. You know, you hear like roast beef, whatever, and girls fucking hate themselves because of these jokes that are being made, and they're getting surgery that I was saving up for to get my labia cut off. It's called labiaplasty. It is one of the most common surgeries. What's it called? It's elective surgeries that you can get. And young girls are doing it because porn. There's no vaginas like ours in porn, or like so. I hated mine forever, and I really did think that like a guy would see it and be like, "Ugh," and like run away.
And then one of the things you learn, you don't learn it very young. It's what young people need to hear, especially young women. Guys don't care.
They don't care.
They will fuck
anything.
And if they're talking about your pussy like negatively or calling you roast beef, whatever, it's like they hate themselves or they're gay.
Yeah. Or they are mad that you're not giving it to them again.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Guys will.
That's true. Guys will do anything. They don't give a shit. And here we are worried about our weight, what our vages look like.
They'll fuck your armpits. They'll fuck your back of your knees.
Nobody care.
They don't. I know.
You can shit on them and they'll keep fucking you from whence you shit.
I know.
Okay.
Right? From where you poo poo. Yeah.
Yes.
You're
they'll
right.
And they'll go back for more after you shit on them.
I really wish, like, instead of trying to make women more confident, be confident. It's like, no. Just explain to them very gently that guys are dopes. Like, why are I'm worried about me? Fuck you. Like, it's just silly. It's all backwards.
It really is.
They should be.
The ants' final thoughts on
the
pup play. Hold on,
I
pony
don't
play.
know.
Hold on.
I'm over.
Just seems very unnatural. You know, when it's in your face, it's just really unnatural.
It's one word.
There you go. It's unnatural. She's looking at her. Look at your fucking niece. She's like,
She's like, look at me, mom.
Anyways.
I'm proud to have come out as polyamorous, and now I'm excited to share that I'm bisexual.
Hey, great.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
polyamory.
It's one of our old school guys. Oh my God. So I want to, before we go, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows. You can listen to Nikki 4 days a week, or is it
4 days a week,
4 days a week.
Monday
Is
through
it-
Thursday.
What's it? You up?
You Up
You
on
Up?
Sirius. If you have Sirius, you can listen to You Up every morning from 10 to 12 East Coast on channel 95
Yeah, you
Comedy
got-
Central Radio.
You got the great window for a comic to be up.
Oh,
at,
it's
too.
so good. That's why I moved to New York, because I was going to do it here in LA from 7 to 9.
And you moved just for this.
Literally
for the
just
sleep.
so I could wake up 3 hours later.
Yeah, it's
literally.
It's a life changer, though.
But we also have a podcast. If you don't have Sirius, you can listen to the You Up podcast and sample the Sirius show and get a good taste
However,
of it.
I highly recommend getting Sirius XM
I
because
do too.
I have the app on my iPhone. As Tom knows, I listen to all kinds of stuff. There's
you
so many
get
great channels.
so much, and I'm always selling it, and people are like, "Oh, you're a corporate shell." I'm like, "No, I still pay for
it's a good
Sirius, and I've
product.
paid for Sirius since I was a broke college student, and I wanted Opie and Anthony, and then then I got into Howard Stern, and I literally only subscribe for Howard Stern, but then you get all these other channels that are like the music stuff is
fantastic.
good. I'm now the voice of DMB Radio, Channel 3. Listen to DMB Radio. Dave Matthews Band Radio.
Whoa.
Dude, I had to like
Hey.
learn how to do voiceover. It was fun.
Sounds like you're a professional.
Thank you.
I like Channel 33, the
Which
old
one's
school
that?
80s stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do Dark Wave on Sunday nights.
What about Backspin?
No, I'm not into that shit. That's 45. That's yours.
So many channels though, but like Howard
moved.
Stern.
Stop it. Don't even talk about it.
I mean,
love him so much.
I love him so much, like so much.
I
Little
know.
trivia
Text
for
each
you.
other
That's
about
the
him.
first stock I bought because I thought I was, really figuring like when I was in.
Good job.
I bought
Do you still
Sirius
have
stock.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
How's it doing? How's it doing?
It did fine. It's
good,
I thought
yeah.
it was going to be like my big,
Yeah.
You still invest?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I bought stock today.
Hey, that's a hobby. Sorry, I'm not.
There's a Beatles channel too.
Yeah, there is a Beatles channel.
That's cool.
Yeah, I do.
It's good shit.
You invest, right? You have a.
I do, but I don't pay attention to what he does with
Oh
my
yeah,
money.
but you have. I mean, you have a retirement account and all that.
Yeah, but
That's important.
But do you like look at the trades and make conscious choices? I mean, that's a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby. You're right. You're right.
It's a hobby, Tom.
You do. You literally have a hobby that you didn't even know you had.
That's true.
But I know what you're talking about, like a
just feels
hobby
like
where
a-
you like make things, or you like are working in a shop and with tools, or
That's only on sitcoms, Tommy.
No, I want to. I mean, like I've always kind of had an interest in photography, so I'm like I should pursue that more. But then I never.
What are
do.
you gonna take pictures?
I don't
Like,
know.
There's already pictures of
Fucking
everything that
flowers.
needs to be.
That's the
torn.
best answer to I like photography ever. It's like,
Everyone
there's
had-
already pictures of fucking everything.
When people take pictures like in New York of like the Statue of Liberty, I'm like, go Google it. Like every
I agree.
angle has been covered of this. You're not doing anything new. Why do you need this?
Well, there goes my dream, and that's just how it ends. I'll figure out another one at some point.
At some point.
So You Up is you can catch Nikki Glazer 4 days a week on Sirius Channel
95.
95. And listen
I'm
to
on the road a
podcast,
ton, and you can find my tour dates at nikkiglazer.com.
nikkiglazer.com. And I think that's it. And you're going to
Thank
be
you so
doing
much for
the Comedy
coming.
Central
Roast of Bruce Willis. That will, maybe it will, I don't know when this will air or when that will air, but yes, that is coming up at the end of
I can't believe
August.
you guys got him to do it. Such a big
Or end
get.
of July. I know. I think it was, they were looking for someone for a while, and luckily they got someone.
It's huge.
Huge. When they got Rob Lowe, I was like, what? I have to like pull up his wiki. But like Bruce is like a big
Come
name.
on.
And Edward Norton's on the dais. Like, it's
That's
like,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Yeah.
All right.
Can't wait to get called a horse face whore for a whole night.
Your pussy's loose. Your
Yep.
butthole's loose. Maybe
Mhm.
they'll go to your butthole this time.
I would love it. Knowing me, I would
You know,
love
that was always Lisa Lampanelli's role, was to be, before, I remember, it was like,
Oh,
she
to
was
be
the
like-
token whore, you're fat, your pussy stinks.
Yep.
You fucking black guys, this
Yep.
and that. And I'm like, poor Lisa. And she had to sit there and clap and laugh like it was the funniest thing she'd ever heard in her life. I am fat, thanks.
Oh my God, you're so
Poor
right.
woman. Yeah, and she's so talented. Like,
And then the second she gets a little bit too old, like the way a man can age and still be on TV,
Oh, we
they
talked
don't
about
invite
this.
her back.
Right. We talked about this
And thank God
yesterday.
they don't, because I fill her role now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's your turn.
Yeah.
That's how
And
it
then I
goes.
will get to be 40 something and they
Well,
will retire me.
35 is retirement age, isn't it? For
God,
women?
it's so disgusting. Bring it. Fuck you. All of you men in charge of keeping women on and off TV, fuck you.
Hey, that's what podcasting's for.
It really is. And radio. I'm
and-
like,
yeah.
I'm retiring into radio.
Great.
It's great.
No makeup, no hair. Even though I have to now wear that stuff because hot guys are coming in studio, and I'm a
you go.
thirsty
Now
bitch.
I just got you on
And
the
you-
athlete train. I want full reports on how this goes.
Oh, you're a little matchmaker over there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you know.
It's going to be good. I'll tell you what, I'll bring up the roster for you here in a second. You can make your pick.
I love it.
Try It Out by Jim K will take us out. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you,
and we'll see you next
Thank
week.
you.
Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. I need to be fucked a lot. I need to be fucked a lot. Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. I need to be fucked a lot. I need to be fucked a lot. Fuck me. Fuck, piss off, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck, beat me, I'm on man out. Fuck me. Fuck, piss off, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck, beat me, I'm on man out. You see me when I come over today, try it out, man. For my building, try it out. My fucking piss on me, try it out, man. You see me when I come over today, try it out, man. For my building, try it out. My fucking piss on me, try it out, man. You see me when I come over today, try it out, man. For my building, try it out. My fucking piss on me, try it out, man. Get free food, free rent, try it out, man. Get free food, free rent, fuck me. Get free food, free rent, try it out, man, fuck me. Get free food, free rent, try it out, man, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. I'm a hot white trash, come to let's fuck.